Just going to pop us all in there right from the jump. Good evening, kids. This is the first episode of...
What is in Vex's hand right now? I'm very concerned.
Hold on, I'm doing my intro. You're stepping on my toes.
Let her do her intro first, and then I will explain.
Truly the female perspective with all my friends. Shiro.
Hold on, do the truly part again.
Wait. Oh, look at that ring today. I found at Kohl's. It's so pretty. Any hoodle. I'm gathered by my friends, Shiro, Vex Electronica, and of course, Filipino Meatball, but for $20, you can call him Poppy. I will put his Cash App in the comments, so we'll keep you posted.
I feel like we should start a podcast called Call Me Poppy instead of Call Me Daddy and just do the exact opposite of what they do.
Listen.
Hold on, what's the podcast Call Me Daddy? What is that?
Oh, it was on Barstool Sports for the longest time.
Yeah.
It was like two females that talked about like their dating life in New York.
Do you know what their podcast is called now? I think I don't know if they split apart, but somebody started a podcast called Guys We F, but they use the word. That's very popular as well.
So Call Me Daddy split and then sued and got the rights to the name, and so now they have their own podcast, and the Guys We whatever is the backup. The new one for Barstool.
That's
so. They just talk about the dudes that they.
It's a weird.
One's married, one's single, and then another one is like with a boyfriend or whatever. So they all give their all different perspectives of.
Perspective. Thank you. I like how you circled back to the name of the show.
Nice. You're all welcome.
I made this nice overlay for the behind us, but you can't even see it because our faces are so big. But anyway, I tried to make a cute little thing with all of our little handles at the bottom. But with the four of us, listen, you know where to find us if you care.
Yeah.
So how's everyone doing this evening?
I'm tired.
Oh, please, everybody don't step on each other's
feet. What kind of sex toy Vex is working with over there?
Okay, so this is a back massager. That's all this is. So it's got this little point here, and you just dig it into the knot. And then it's so you can get your neck as well, like this. And then it's got like a patented grip, so you can massage your hand at the same time. My boss got it for me
because like that I was giant massager. It's like, oh yeah, this is your massager. That's what every female bought it for.
Yeah. Well, no, this was a gift from my boss, actually.
Sexual harassment.
Right.
It's a woman.
It's different in Canada.
Oh, so we can't have sexual harassment from women?
No. Well, listen, as we go on tonight with the topics, we're going to explain to you how fucking batshit crazy women are. I mean, we're normal, but the women we're going to talk about have lost their goddamn minds. And I don't know. I don't know where you guys want to start. Wow, look at everybody in the chat. Oh, I'm supposed to address the chat. I will get better at this. Thank you. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to scroll all the way to the top, and I'm going to go over all 150 people that are in here. No, I'm just kidding. So
I was going to say, damn.
I do have quite a bit of people watching. I do watch the numbers because I do that for Cannoli, and mine are a little bit better at the moment. Anywho,
I was going to say, we could just say his is trash.
It's because I have Vex on, and if anybody was involved in any part of the Twitter battle today, apparently somebody is trying to own Vex, and I don't think she's for sale. So everybody listening, back up. She's not for sale.
Someone's trying to buy Vex?
Quite a bit of YouTubers are trying to buy Vex.
Are they trying to traffic your likeness?
Yes.
What's happening? Are they trafficking you?
Yes.
Do I need to pull out my...
What's the signal?
They're trying to Eliza Blueby. There you go.
Yes.
No, I'm not even kidding you. It got really heated, in a friendly manner, but people are fighting for her left and right. So the fact that we have her on here,
with her toy.
Are they going to come at us with ransom Vex? Like...
Right, Vex? It was crazy. She had like 25 comments.
I disappeared from Twitter for like an hour, and I come back, and there's like 30 messages. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
All with her name tagged.
It's because R2 made a great little GIF about like, it was a scene from, I think it was Anger Management, where Adam Sandler like finds that was it Anger Management? I can't remember what movie it was.
You're the movie expert.
It's only been how many? You've only been on 5 minutes. Don't piss her off.
But he walked into like his ex-girlfriend, and his ex-girlfriend has started like voting, and he's like, I hope you're going to be happy. So he had put
Big Daddy.
Like, there we go, Big Daddy. Thank you. So he had put pictures.
I would know like,
that. There was my Big Papi.
Yes.
So they put pictures of like the logos of like all the podcasts I'm on, and they're just like, I hope you're going to be happy with his saggy balls. And then that erupted it because then I put in there, I was like, hey, you forgot to add these two people because I'm on their show as well.
It got really out of hand. Apparently she's a hot commodity, and the chat was going batshit crazy to where I had to step in and ask if this was a hostage situation and if I needed to do something.
We don't negotiate with terrorists on this show.
I will.
I just posted that meme of those two girls fighting and the dude.
I know. I saw that. That was cute. So.
I don't even know how to follow a Twitter battle yet. So.
Oh, I'll just keep tagging you. I'll keep tagging you so you can see. All right. So let's see. My mother-in-law is here. She's saying hello to Shiro.
Hi.
R2 is here. I'm not sure what the ripoff was because we're here. It's okay.
We were late,
get it.
Though, to be fair.
Yeah, we were.
To be fair.
Apparently, this is somebody who likes to be funny during the chats and changes their identity each time. Not sure who it is, but thank you for joining. Tyler, thank you. Let's see here. Of course, Vex.
She's in her own chat.
And then R2 and Jacob are talking about Big Trouble in Little China. We're just going to go over that. I'm not sure. Left Eye. Did you get him pom-pom, Shiro?
No, but now I need to because I have to see it. Like, I mean, he does this to himself, honestly. He gives me these ideas. I'm like, yeah, we're doing it.
Look who showed up, Vex. Look who showed up. I'll show Shiro the ropes. What's your Twitter handle? I don't know if I kind of love Shiro, and I'm not sure if I want to put her in the middle of that yet.
It's on the bottom of the screen.
No, people can't see it, right? Oh well,
it's on the bottom of the screen. Here's file 13. Hello, good evening. This is a very nice comment, so this deserves to be up the whole show.
Damn, looking good too, like afterthought. Thanks, Fran.
Yeah, that's because you didn't come to Thanksgiving when we invited you, but whatevs.
Dude, here's the problem.
I'm kidding. We don't need to get into it.
Told everyone I wasn't having Thanksgiving, which was true, but I was able to pick up like 7 to-go boxes. It was glorious.
Yeah, but we invited him because he gave us some sad story. Hi, Steven.
It worked. I got 7 to-go boxes.
Okay, so I guess we're going to start the show. We do have some topics where women are looking like assholes. I think that's the premise of our show. Why
are y'all assholes?
You know, the thing is that I don't understand this whole ideology where I've got it. Ready? We're so fucking cool that everybody wants to be us. Everybody's trying to be a woman. Even the Hershey bars.
Oh my God, the Hershey bars. All
right, we're going to talk about this only because it is fresh on everybody's mind. The Daily Wire clapped back today, and I'm going to put up the article, and then Vex did send this to me. I think you were the one that sent me the one with the transgender person to begin with. I don't remember. We talk so much. I'm not sure where it came from.
I send so many things in so many chats that I've just lost.
It's okay. It's all right. So we're going to bring this up. And like I said, I'm going to play certain things.
Invited to chat?
Dude, you don't even know what this is your
I can't figure out Twitter.
There was literally a live stream where we told you about how to message people on Twitter. And then you were like, oh my God, I can message people on Twitter. And then you fucked off Twitter after 2 days.
It's very confusing. I can't keep up with the storylines on Twitter. To scroll up, and I'm like, wait, is this the before comment or the after comment? I can't tell. What's the other?
I am with you, Meatball. I am lost.
Dude, Ego sent me a message and it took me like 10 days to respond because I didn't even know it was there.
You guys are giving me a business idea now, though. Like, I can give, like, just startups on how to use Twitter and charge $10,000 for a session.
I mean, I'm trying to few sessions. That's how OnlyFans started. Just saying.
I'm not going to show anything, though. It'll just be me as I am now. Oh. No makeup, glasses, an oversized t-shirt.
Hi, Lovelytical. It was so nice doing a show with you the other night. It was so nice to meet you in person. I actually got to see her face. It was so cute. So Cannoli says that he posted a funny comment about smashing the like button, and I can't find it. So if he wants to repost it, I'd be happy to. He's so bossy, even
smash that light bucket.
It's okay.
Smash that like button, like these ladies are going to be snatching drinks tonight.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like that. That was perfect. Perfect. Oh, let's see. Sorry, you guys. Everybody's just popping in here, and I want to make sure that I say hello to Whitey.
Hey.
Whitey. Oh, here we go. Ready? This is awful. I don't condone this. I don't condone this behavior.
Is that kids?
That took a dark turn unnecessarily.
It did. Are we allowed to block people from the streams? Like comments?
I don't know how it works, in all honesty. I would imagine that there's
my God, Vex.
Wait,
what did I spend my $10,000 to learn how to use this stuff for?
She said Twitter, not YouTube.
Close enough.
Okay, I will show you how to use the YouTubes and the Twitters for $10,000.
Can we just talk about how good I was on a podcast over the weekend? And even Meatball checked.
I never saw number 3.
It's up there.
Is it?
I talk about eating an edible and taking my shirt off.
You should totally send part 3 to me. I've listened to part 1 and 2.
You know what? Here's what I'm getting from you tonight. And Vex will agree. You're a lot of fucking work.
Bro,
send me this, do me this, show me this. I don't know how to work the YouTube.
It's not that he's a lot of work. He just doesn't give a fuck. He just wants the easy way. And the easy way is just to have everyone else do it for him. That's it.
Do you think I got here
for
being
$20,
easy?
for
That
$20.
That was going to come out wrong. I was going to say, do you think I got here by being easy? Maybe.
The answer is yes.
Oh my God. Ego might be right. I mean, I only have one story to tell, but if other people had stories, so anywho. Okay, so I guess we should get to the real topic here and start talking about some things, and then we can go into your questions. I don't really know. We have so much stuff. So
many plans.
So many plans. I know. All right, hold on. Hold on 1 second.
Hi, Zelda.
Oh, is she in the back again?
Zelda's booty in the background, yep.
Booty. Hi, Mama. Okay. I had to do something first because Cannoli will get mad if I don't. Okay, so.
Vex, who are you waving at?
Jacob said hi, so I'm waving at Jacob.
I'm just like, what the hell happening?
Oh my God, this is going to be something tonight, ain't it, kids?
Mm-hmm.
So, if anybody is aware, they are doing a female campaign, and they've changed the name of the Hershey bar to, well, they didn't change it. I'm sorry. They are just saying it in a way that projects to women, which is her, she, which is sometimes Meatball's pronouns. It depends on the day.
Depends on how much money you have.
Okay, you sound really broke tonight. Go ahead.
For a little bit of context, okay?
Please, yes.
So March is Women's History Month, which I didn't know this was a thing. Literally,
I didn't either.
I saw this post. Yeah,
I didn't either.
I work in a corporation, and it's a huge thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We have an ERG. That's a women's empowerment group, and they leverage March to do basically a huge symposium where they bring in guest speakers and all that stuff to help women develop in leadership.
Okay, so follow-up question to that then. What are these women that are teaching or helping women teaching them? Have you been to any of those?
So, to be quite honest, I joined it, and then a year later, I was like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, honestly, a lot of it is just typical management stuff. Like, this is how you be a leader. And honestly, one of the ones I volunteered to help develop the symposium, they chose a woman who wrote a book about organizing your closet. And
what?
It's like, this is the most boring, basic shit I've ever heard. This isn't, like, why are we doing this? So it just fell flat for me, and I didn't think it was doing the things that maybe it should be doing. I don't know.
Isn't it sexist that the woman that you hire is one that organizes closets, just unironically?
Well, I mean, she wrote a book. I don't know.
On organizing a closet, though, that seems like a very feminine thing to do.
Well,
okay,
I would rather have, I don't know. At the end of the day... Oh my God,
that's a nose ring. I thought it was a mustache the whole time.
No, it's a septum piercing, yeah.
Yep, that's a septum.
But it is a man. At the end of the day,
right, you sit at the table, like that book Lean In says, you sit at the table, you voice your ideas, and people are going to respect you in the room, man or woman. So show up. That's all I have to say about that.
I would argue that having a Women's History Month makes me respect women less, to be honest. Because I know exactly the type of shit that they're going to be pushing in that kind of thing, and it's not going to be anything that helps anyone. Like this shit.
But
they have a man.
Thing, though. But that's what I'm
about
saying.
Being a woman.
Okay, you nailed it. That's it, right there. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
How hypocritical is this shit?
Yeah, exactly. Why? Look, I get this person feels, believes, whatever it is, that they're a woman. At the end of the day, though, why are we putting this person as the front runner to represent women when you probably lived as a woman for 5-10 years? I'm going to give you benefit of the doubt on that one.
It's disrespectful.
Judging by how strong that jawline is, I'm going to say under a year.
Jesus.
Under a year.
That bitch already has better hair than I do.
I mean, she has good hair.
It's a wig.
You think so?
It's got to be. Well,
it's 100%
some men have really beautiful hair, though. Like,
oh yeah, but no, because think about it this way: if this dude is on hormones and shit like that, right? His hair is not going to be the greatest. His hair is going to be actually really thin and really brittle.
You're right. But I don't understand why this is okay and why women are. If we say anything, which we are tonight, and I don't give a shit, then we're transphobic. I don't give a shit, but if you're going to say this is Women's Month and you put somebody who's transgender who can't even, let me tell you something, if you can't bleed, you ain't where you're not a woman. Like, there's certain things men will never be able to do, and it drives me crazy because as a woman who's had a child, I grew a human being and was cut open for delivery. They make it sound like that anybody can do it. It's no big deal. Oh, you're just a woman. That's disrespectful. Like, there's certain beautiful things a woman gets to do, and that's what makes us different. And why is it being taken away from us for a fucking Hershey bar?
So, to be fair, a man can bleed if you're rough enough with him. Just saying.
I like that. Thank you for the clarification. Okay. Meatball, any comments?
Meatball said, "Where's the chloroform?"
Oh shit! Here we go.
I don't know if we did. Sorry, go ahead.
I may or may not know somebody who's in their previous relationship was all about pegging that boyfriend.
There you go. Do it hard enough, and
I see what you're saying.
Did he ever bleed?
I see what you're saying.
I didn't get that deep into the story.
Yeah, there you go. Ego said it. So I don't know. I don't know if we discussed this on the last one about how they're allowing uterus like they're trying to get uterus transplants.
We may have had that, I think, in our chat. I don't think it ever made it to the show, but that was very interesting that you had sent that to us in the chat.
Yeah, so like they're trying to within the next like 3 to 5 years be able to transplant a uterus into a dude's body, essentially. Yeah. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay,
let's be honest.
Into a dude's body. But the problem with it is once they get pregnant, they have to take the uterus out, and it's not feasible to stay in the body. Yeah, it can't remain in the body after they conceive with it. So my follow-up questions to all of this were like, okay, if you're going to be a dude with a uterus, how can you imagine how many drugs that dude is going to be on just to be able to carry a full-term pregnancy?
Can you imagine?
Not including all of the antibiotics and everything he'd need to be on after that transplant.
I can't even believe I'm hearing this shit. I don't even understand. Where did we turn left? I don't understand. Like, what happened? Who crashed the fucking car? This is ridiculous.
I really just want to know, though, like, why is it so important to implant this uterus in a biological male when there are plenty of women who have issues, who want to have children? Like, why aren't we focusing on them?
And then that's the other thing is like this is the type of thing that's going to be covered by employers and insurance. But then women that are actually seeking like fertility treatments, they have to pay out of pocket for that.
Didn't you tell me?
And let me tell you, it's like 20 grand.
Yeah. And Vex, didn't you mention, or it might have been an article where, or Cannoli might have told me that Canada is actually paying for full transitions?
I shared that in the Mischief Mayhem movie chat. So our prime minister announced last week that he was going to start.
Oh, Trudeau, you like him?
You like Trudeau? Are you gay? Is that why?
Look,
honey, he's on this podcast with us.
I would be the bear, and he would clearly be whatever the opposite of a bear is in a gay couple.
What is that anyway? Do you know? I don't.
It's a oh gosh, there's a bear.
Well, I was gonna say fruit fly, but that's the best.
Prime Minister Zoolander, that's fantastic.
It's a bear and a twink. Not a twink. Is it
a twink?
A twink? Twink. There we go.
Is that where you get the term twink from?
I don't know if that's where we get it from, but twink is the guy that takes it.
Hold on.
Bear is the one that...
Is that why Twinkies are cream filled?
Oh, and.
But
maybe
maybe.
Yeah, now I kind of want to go.
Oh wait, hold on. We have somebody who knows here.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. It's twink. Okay.
But yeah, the
federal government will now pay up to $75,000 for transgender surgeries and treatments for all Canadian government employees.
Wow.
Can I just say something? I have a hearing test in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna have to finance hearing aids so I can fucking hear. But people are giving away penises and vaginas, but I can't hear.
I know somebody that sells hearing aids, by the way.
Of course you do. Everything falls off of the back of a truck with you, Filipino.
I ain't mad at it.
Yeah,
I ain't mad. I ain't mad at it either. The things I did for a designer purse in New York, that's a whole nother podcast. What I went through. I almost risked my life in Mexico and New York for Louis Vuitton. We'll do that another time. But it just makes me so angry because you know that the United States is going to follow suit. I mean, I'm sure we have in certain aspects with, helping people transition. No?
Well, look at the dude that was jacking luggage. And then, who's...
Yeah, they made him like something major in the government.
Yeah, and then there's the health woman, too. That's a dude. I can't remember what her name is.
It'll be covered. Ego!
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Transgender ear. It's trans ear surgery. There you go.
Trans ears.
There you go. Twink is a reference to delicious pastry and the boys that resemble them. It's the cream filling.
See, Meatball, you know a little bit too much about the cream filling.
Look. No hablo español.
You know what? I'm just going to set the premise. I'm just going to make an observation right now about this podcast. It's never going to go as planned, and I'm okay with it. I love it. I love just chat. It's okay. I'm trying.
No, but I do want to go back to the Hershey thing because
yes, I do too. Yes, let me find it.
Think.
Yes.
Do you guys remember when Caitlyn Jenner got Woman of the Year? I don't think a lot of people made like this big fuss about it, but we should have, right? Because how long was she a woman before she got Woman of the Year?
It was like a year.
Anybody else to give that to who had worked their whole life to be an awesome woman?
I remember, there was a lot of people that were upset with it, but they're like, oh, it's a one-off. Don't worry about it. And then here we are now. So it's just they kept trying to push it under the rug when that happened. But yeah, so they made a commercial.
I can get for you.
They made a commercial and all this stuff for Women's History Month. And they're like, for the month, we're going to have it as Hershey, where the SHE is in capitals to make it obvious as women. And there's a pink wrapper and all this stuff. So this dude in a wig is in the commercial pretending to be a woman to sell this chocolate to women. And the biggest problem I had, right? The biggest problem I think here is not that it's a dude selling me this. It's that chocolate needs to be genderized or whatever.
Well, they're doing it with the M&M, so why not do it with the
Yeah, and they put the worst fucking woman as their fucking spokesperson for I fucking hate that girl.
I know,
what is her name?
You do? Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph. No. Maya Rudolph looks like the type of shit that I have, like actually the actual physical type of shit I have when I accidentally ingest gluten. That's what
my daughter hates her too. She was in the movie Descent. What was it? What was the one, Vex, we watched? Disenchanted.
Yeah, she was the villain in Disenchanted. Yeah,
isn't she the daughter of someone famous?
Yes. Maya Angelou.
Who is she? The daughter? Is
what? No, she's not.
No, she is the famous daughter of somebody. Like, she has interracial parents, I want to say. So she plays the black card when she can and when it's feasible to her. Yes, but she plays the black card when it's convenient for her, which I also don't like. And she played that card, not only the black card, but the female card in the M&M commercial is what I felt like. I really felt like that.
Someone in the chat tell us who her parents are.
Thank you.
There you go. See, I told you.
She's not funny. I don't like her, and she was a horrible pick for. Oh, are we going to talk about her M&M commercial from the Super Bowl?
We can. I can bring it up. Sure.
Okay,
let me
later.
See.
So not
memorable, for sure.
Like
it's just I don't know why they chose her of all people to be the new mascot, and they made it was clam M&Ms, and I was like, really? Like, you're not even trying to be subtle now. That's disgusting. Nobody wants to see vaginas and M&Ms together, even if you're implying it. But yeah,
I think that's the point of this whole thing, though, right? Keeping everybody at odds and focused on race or gender to continue to make money. That's, I mean,
damn
honestly,
right.
sex used to sell, and now here we are, race and gender selling candies,
chocolate.
I never thought it would come to this. This is absolutely bullshit. I don't know. I can't. Go ahead.
So you're good. You're good. Let it all out.
It's just maddening, especially when you're raising a daughter who is so impressionable, like mine, who's going to be 15 next month. She's so impressionable. Thank God she has parents that give her the knowledge that she needs. Now, granted, she doesn't have to take it, but she's not stupid, and she understands that, like, this is not, like I said, let me be clear. You can be transgender, do whatever you want, but why does it have to be on the face of everything? Let me just tell you, I don't understand why everything has to be gender and sexual orientation related. It's disgusting.
I had a theory about this, actually.
Please go. Yep.
So one morning, it was a dreary morning. The sky was gray. The snow was melting.
Oh, I wish I had background music. Go ahead.
Right.
And I woke up.
What is that thing? ASRM.
Oh, ASMR. Don't make fun of it. I watch it every night. We'll talk later.
And I woke up and I was like, this is why. Okay, so my theory on all of this is, so you know how North Korea, okay, for example, is a dictatorship, right? In which they have more or less attempted to strip the population of individualism and get them into a collective hive mind, right? And that's how they keep this whole thing going. By pushing all of this, I don't know if this will get you flagged on YouTube because of the conspiracy thing or whatever.
We could always go into more on Rumble.
That's true. You act like they
on
care.
The 18th.
We aren't big enough for them to
Bro,
care.
They're going around fucking taking down channels for just mentioning Eliza Blue in them.
What?
I don't even know who Eliza Blue is.
Yeah.
Maybe you should get on Twitter.
I feel like we've mentioned her like 3 times at this point.
Hi, Jenna.
I just nod along.
If you want to come in, I'll send you a link. If you want to join us, let me know. I'll send you a link. Just private DM me. Anyway, go ahead.
Come in.
It'll be fun.
So the whole point of this is, so we all know that when you start doing the transitioning stuff, you do the hormone therapy, and then some people choose to have, the facial reconstruction or implants or the mastectomies or whatever. Right. And then a lot of people have been pretty forward with stating that, hey, like, I don't feel better after this. I feel worse. I've developed all these health problems. I feel like a stranger in my own body. This isn't what I want. And nobody addressed the real problem, which is that I likely have either some sort of mental health issue or gender dysphoria, for example. So the whole point of this is to sell you the lie that this will give you more individuality and create a more like singular person in yourself, when really all it does is it breaks you down first physically and then mentally, so that you're now dependent on some higher body, which in this case would be the medical profession, which is all run by the government anyways. And now you have a lifelong client that will do whatever you want just because mentally they're not there anymore. They're physically desperate just to feel comfortable.
Right.
They have no one else to turn to. So this is all a means to break down whatever individuality you have left to make you part of some sort of collective hive mind.
And I absolutely think you're and you know what? Right. And we can take that over to the conspiracy show, because I do have a friend who is very much into conspiracy theories. And he said that all this transitioning and stuff is another way to keep down the population and keep people from procreating and the control and all that stuff. Because once you transition, to stay transitioned, aren't you reliant on the drug companies to keep yourself a certain way?
For the rest of your life. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So, no, I totally agree. But the thing is that more and more, this is being viewed as normal behavior. Like, to look like this,
I'm going to be honest. Whenever I see a tranny, I'm sorry if that's an offensive term. I do feel a little uncomfortable around them. I'm going to be honest.
So let me tell you a quick story about this. So I've never actually came face to face with one in real life. It's always been kind of like over whatever, the interwebs. So the kid and I were at 5 and Below. We have this fun store out here where everything's 5 and Below. So we're at this store, and I walk in and I hear, "Hey, how's it going?" And I was like, and I turn around and it's this dude. Now here's the thing. If you want to be a woman, okay, but do it fucking right. This was awful. Wig was cockeyed. Like, his wig was like this. He had the worst eyeshadow on. He didn't know how to dress. His makeup was a hot mess. He had facial hair. Now, here's my thing that I don't understand, and I wish somebody could explain it to me. Yeah, even my daughter, we just couldn't understand it. It was really bad. I wanted to take this person aside and go, "Honey, let me help you. If you're going to do this, you're doing it all wrong." But I don't understand. And if somebody could explain this to me, if we're going to go full female, why aren't we going all in? Why are we doing the facial hair? I don't understand that. And I see that all the time on TikTok, where guys will have full faces of makeup and then the mustaches. It's like, either commit or don't, because it's really confusing to kids. And 5 Below is a store that kids, when they're running around the mall and stuff, they can afford. And so lots of kids are going in. And I'm not against giving them jobs, but it was really disturbing. And I've never been in front of somebody like that before, and I didn't know how to react, but I was uncomfortable, and I hate that I felt that way. Anyway, that's my 2 cents.
But those are the ones that make me uncomfortable. I really don't care if you're transgender at the end of the day, but that's it. If you look like a dude in lipstick, I'm going to feel uncomfortable around you, because
something's going on there.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. That's exactly it. I can pick up that there's something not right there by just the way you're presenting yourself. Like, I went to the grocery store last week, and there was a dude just like that. He had the bright lipstick on, the bright eye makeup, but he was trying to come off as a woman with like this really ostentatious outfit as well, like leopard print jacket and all this stuff. And it was I was really uncomfortable, because I'm trying to reach around them, trying to get some feta cheese, and they're just standing there talking to this old dude that's clearly kind of interested in them. And it made me uncomfortable.
Right. Yeah.
It made me really uncomfortable.
It's not, because you know what, guys, it's not normal. It never was normal. And they're trying to make it normal. And I'm sorry, it's never going to be. And in here, I want to clarify something really quick. I truly believe in my heart that a small 5% of the time, something is wrong. I work for an OBGYN. I do understand chromosomes. There are things genetically that happen, mishaps and what have you, where they don't know which one they want to be. But this is ridiculous. This is not normal. these people are just, and I've seen my daughter get influenced by certain things out there. If she didn't have parents that could set her straight, like it concerns me about the road that kids are going down because of the messages that are out there and how easy it is for these people to just put on a dress and go to the grocery store. You know, it's very uncomfortable.
I think that's where my, like, look, when I was between 18 and 22 or 5, probably, I was going to the gay club with my friends to drag shows, stuff like that, adult fun, like, whatever. However, I think now, looking at children and all that stuff, we used to say, okay, you might have something mentally going on with you or some other issues, go talk to someone. Now, you can't even do that because the person you're going to talk to is going to say, yeah, you're a guy. Sure.
Right.
Let's transition you. So it's turned into this big clusterfuck that
it really has. And you know what, not to get off too much of a topic, but there was something going around the news, and I don't know if you guys saw it, where there was a room full of children and there were drag queens dancing around little children sitting there. It was almost like a mommy play group, and drag queens came in and started doing the splits and standing on their head and full face of makeup. Like,
you guys know what drag originally was, right?
No, please tell. Wasn't there a movie based on it like many years ago?
Welcome to World Food. I love that.
Yeah, it's just drag was just meant to be. It's basically just an overt sexualized caricature of women for men. That's what. Yes. So the intention is for it to be sexual. So I'm really at a loss at how they're trying to desexualize something that was always sexual.
Gotcha.
Well, and it's not really desexualized because they're still going into these places and basically dancing like a stripper and still having kids put dollars in their clothes. That's a fucking stripper, man.
It's weird. It's very weird. So anyone who says a drag isn't sexual clearly doesn't know what drag was before they started putting it in the mainstream.
They don't want you to know it because I obviously didn't really know that there was. I just thought it was, you know, men that like to dress very elaborate in women's clothes because it's just so much it's just so much of everything. It's just a lot, you know, and it's in your face, and you know, I don't know, it's really concerning. But this right here, where we're putting a transgender as the spokesperson of a candy bar that's been around for 1 million years, is just, it's so concerning. It's so concerning. It's not necessary. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is a slap in the face. If this is Women History Month, which as a woman, I didn't know. So what kind of a woman am I? But if this is your idea of what a woman should look like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. So, it's not fair. It's not fair.
Yeah.
Thank you, video.
So after Hershey announced this, then the Daily Wire was like, oh, okay, don't give your money to Hershey anymore because we've got our own chocolate. And this raised a couple flags for me because this was almost like this was within 24 hours.
Okay, so Cannoli said that. He goes, how are they always so on top of things? And you are right, because this was very well produced. And do you think that the candy bar couldn't have been in production already? I mean, that is a little weird.
No, they knew. I think they knew it was coming. They had caught wind of it and they prepared ahead of time.
I don't know if I can play it. I can try. Hold on one second. Let me see if I'm able to play the actual.
It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
I agree with you. Like,
so if anybody,
how are you so on top of it?
Right. And if anybody hasn't seen the transgender Hershey commercial, it's basically just that person saying, I identify as a candy bar now. It's Hershey. I mean, no, it's not, but it's basically, how would you explain it, Vex?
Trash.
The commercial?
Yeah, like what just basically that anybody can be a woman
in a wig in a pink room telling you to eat chocolate because it's a Women's History Month. That's what it is.
And that they identify as a woman. And basically anybody can.
The main point of this argument, though,
what?
That Hershey's is second-tier chocolate. If we're not talking Mr. Goodbar, we're not talking about quality chocolate.
Well, that's what I was also going to point out is Hershey, actually, of all the major chocolate brands, has the lowest percentage of cocoa in it.
Does it really?
Which is funny. Yeah.
Mr. Goodbar or nothing else.
All right, let me see if I can play this. I don't know. I I don't know how to make it how do you make it bigger? Do you guys know?
You see at the bottom right hand of the thing, there's 2 arrows like of the video.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. I got to do it over here. Hold on. Oh, you're so good, Vex. And I hope we
DM
can hear
me for my Twitter lessons, guys. $10,000. I can show you how to use all.
And I'm going to start playing it. If we can't hear it, tell me and we'll stop it. All right.
International Women's Day is upon us again. And I love an international woman. But our friends over at Hersheys, they don't even know what a woman is. They've hired a biological male to be the spokesperson for their Women's Day campaign. And they're calling that campaign, and I swear I'm not making this up, Hershey. Hershey. It's humiliating. And it's the reason that I'm launching Jeremy's chocolate. We have 2 kinds. She, her, and he, him. One of them's got nuts. If you need me to tell you which one it is, keep giving your money to Hersheys. But if you're tired of giving your money to woke corporations that hate you, and you're looking for a delicious chocolate bar from a company that actually wants your business, head over to IHateHersheys.com and order Jeremy's chocolate today.
They troll on a different level. I swear to God, they do.
They're really good.
They do. They really do. And I respect them for that. I just don't understand why Jeremy has to name everything after himself. Like the razors are after him.
His name?
Yeah. So his name is funny story. His name is Jeremy Boring. And he is the co-founder of the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro. And because I think they both kind of did it together, but
no, there's 4 guys. There's 4 founders,
guys?
and he's one of them. Ben Shapiro is not one of them, though.
He's not. Okay.
Can we talk about the female Ben Shapiro in that?
Yeah, female Ben Shapiro is in that video.
She's her name is. Oh my God, I'm blanking. What's her name?
So Brett Cooper.
Brett Cooper.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, they're not related. They just look identical.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Right.
You can't tell me they're not the same person.
They're not. No, she's much cuter than Ben Shapiro. Stop it.
No,
she's not wearing a yarmulke.
That's Ben Shapiro in a wig. If you shaved off Ben Shapiro's little stubby
I'm looking
beard,
at it right now.
You put some lipstick and a wig on, that's Ben Shapiro.
So total conspiracy theory, what if they were grooming us for him to be trans, and then here we go. We all bought into this conservative media, and here Ben goes.
There you go.
I just can't. I just can't. I know this is pretty fun. I just can't. You guys, it's enough already. We were taking things that we eat and we're turning them into a message again. It's like, stop it. It's exhausting.
Yeah. So I'm totally on board that Daily Wire knew that this was coming and they prepared ahead of time. You're right. I imagine those chocolates, though. I haven't actually been to the website where you can buy the chocolates. So I don't know if it's going to be a thing where it's like it's a limited time thing for this. So maybe it's just they made one and it hasn't gone into full production
for the month of March. Maybe they did it too.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that candy bar only going to be for March through Hersheys?
Oh yeah, for Hersheys, yes.
For that razor thing, didn't they like create their?
Because Harry's razors, and we used to buy them, but Harry's razors, I think they were the ones that were being real assholes or something. So was it Harry's or Dollar Shave Club? I remember Dollar Shave Club were perks too. Okay. Yeah. So
do they sell any of the candy bars? Like, can you actually buy candy bars? Is it like a real buy a candy bar?
Apparently it is. I'm looking at the comments. Yeah. Apparently it's legit. They're legitimately selling these.
Oh boy, how do I get?
I'm curious how they taste. I want to buy one.
I bet they're like purchasing from Hershey and just putting their own label on it. Like, I mean, they're a massive distributor. Yeah. I think R2 put that Good Bar or whatever you like is made by Hershey, right?
Mr. Goodbar, I have no idea, but if we're going to talk about deliciousness, it's Mr. Goodbar.
I don't think I've ever had a Mr. Goodbar.
Oh, so good. It's
Hold on, I'm going to Google this right now.
Please do.
Goodbar.
Here, maybe I can. Here, let's see. It's Mr. Goodbar.
Do you know what the first thing that it is actually by Hersheys? First of all,
is it?
But this is the first thing that pops up on my Google.
Here, let's see.
When I type in Mr. Goodbar.
Oh. Here, let me see real quick. F11.
What are you Googling, Vexen? Actually, you know what?
I just typed in Mr. Goodbar. That's what a man's good bar.
Here you go. Here's Mr. Goodbar.
It's Hersheys. Yeah.
Yep.
So what do they do for this one?
Mrs.
It's a Hershey, but biologically Mr.
Yep.
It's got nuts in it. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, they can't change it, but they can because there are females out there that have nuts. Hence, transgender. Keep up with the program, Meatball.
Can we have a transgender person on the truly female perspective?
I don't know anybody.
Can we? Okay,
I do
anyone
know.
who's watching this.
I think I know some.
Wait,
anyone who's watching this and would like to come on and just tell us about all this transgender nonsense.
Hold on. Do you want female to male or male to female?
Doesn't matter.
Either or.
I don't care at this point.
I played football with a male to female. I can reach out.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. You play football with a male to female.
I played football in high school.
Oh, I thought maybe you played still. Okay. All right.
They played flag football.
Okay. All right. I got it. I thought maybe this
of a cancer patient.
I've heard that word too much this week on a personal level. Can we not talk about the C word? Not me, but
what's the C word?
Cancer.
Oh,
I want to talk about it. Okay, so what would we like to speak about next? Now we have a couple of different things. We can bash Chelsea Handler. There was somebody here in the comments that was excited about this. I'm going to tell you real quick. I fucking hate this broad. I used to love her. I thought she was hysterical, and then I got politically educated, and I figured out I was an idiot, and I liked the wrong people. So this broad right here thinks it's funny that she doesn't have children, and she pokes fun at it. Can you get me another Truly? Here. Oh, no, you don't have any pants on.
What the?
She's wearing a shirt, but she's wearing shorts, so you can't.
Now we have to say put pants on?
Now you have to put pants on? Anyway, she was always really funny. I watched Chelsea lately on the E! Network, and I enjoyed her humor. But now she thinks it's funny to mock not having children, and that's why her life is so amazing, because she doesn't have kids. And I wanted to play the video real quick, and I wanted to get everybody's comments, and you don't have to agree with me, because some people, I was reading the comments tonight when I was pulling everything up, and some people were like, I don't understand why people are being so harsh. It's okay if she doesn't want kids. It's fine. But it's also a slap in the face to people who maybe do want kids. And I don't know. I don't know how this lands for everybody, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. So I'm going to try to pull this up, play the video, and then get everybody's, what's it called? Perspectives.
Perspectives.
Okay. Perspectives. Here we go. Okay, hold on.
They're truly female perspective?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Childless Woman. I wake up at 6 a.m. I remember that I have no kids to take to school, so I take an edible, masturbate, and go back to sleep. I wake up at 12:30 p.m. and get ready for a busy day of doing whatever the I feel like. I put on my most impractical and stylish shoes since I won't be chasing a child around the grocery store. I go to my fave spot in Paris to grab a croissant. I do a meditation sesh on the plane since I have no screaming kids, allowing me all the time in the world to become enlightened. The weightlessness of my existence has granted me superhuman powers. I teleport myself back home. Then I get ready for a night out with whatever hot guy I met on Raya that morning. I call up a babysitter and tell her that I don't need her since I still don't have kids. Now it's time for a workout, so I hit Mount Everest for a quick climb. I invent a time machine, go back in time, and kill Hitler. Freeze, you bastard! It's amazing what you can do when you have this much free time. And that's a day in the life of a childless woman.
Well, before we start, is this like a famous transgender person? I don't know who this is.
Chelsea Handler is a female comedian. That's what she's famous for.
Female or
She
like a
was-
real?
No,
No,
she's
an
always
actual
been female.
woman.
She's an actual
Yeah.
woman.
So she
Yes.
just looks like a man.
She's old. That's all.
She's older, yeah.
I mean, I was 90% sure that was a man.
No, she's just an old woman. That's all.
She's older.
Oh, I like this. Sorry. Let me put this up real quick.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Agreed.
Wow.
Agreed.
This is why you don't use
Wow.
plastic hangers, people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with Shiro. And you don't have to
Do you really
you don't have to
wanna
agree with
start
I want to get your now. Does that how does that land with you? Does that offend you? Do you think it's funny?
So I was giggling through it. So look, I read her books. I've been to her shows. Back in the day, I enjoyed her humor. She has always been the woman who is like, clearly she's not adult enough to take care of herself. Like when you read a lot of her books and stuff, you can.
Well, she doesn't even take care of her own dogs. Her housekeeper takes care of her dogs. If you watch her shows and her videos, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so on some level, like I'm glad she doesn't have children because she can barely take care of herself, right? But that's true. He loves them together. He wanted them to be together.
Oh.
But anyways, I think it's I don't know if the right word is satire, but I think it's a play on I don't have kids and this is how great my life is. But at the same time, do we truly know she's happy about not having kids?
I don't think she's happy at all. She couldn't even stay with Joe Coy.
Yeah.
She couldn't even stay in that relationship because they had different views on stuff. Well, when you're 50 years old and you have never been married and you haven't really had a long relationship, at what point do you just start not being a bitch and just starting to try to like see if things can work for you?
I think she's a comedian and her way of dealing with things like not having a child and stuff is to joke about it. And this is her joke, her way of coping. And I mean, on some level, it's a little funny. I mean,
a little bit. I'll give you that. It's a little bit funny, but then she does it a lot. So it's getting to the point where like, okay, we've already done this. Like that's like her 15th video. We fucking get it. You don't have kids. Let's go. Let's move on. It's the same joke.
At the same time, that's also why I fell off of being a huge fan of her.
Me too.
Because all it was about these fucking dudes and these sex
and all
that
the
are silly.
And what about her? She skis topless and smokes a joint. Like that's her content.
I mean, good for you, but that's not my life. And okay, I don't know.
Vex, what say you?
What say me?
Here you go. See, Yeti thinks that Vex wants to say something to you.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely frank. Before I don't like and I don't dislike Chelsea Handler. I didn't watch her show before, so I don't know what her comedy is like. Yeah,
Chelsea lately on the E Network. It was really popular, and I watched it all the time. I loved it. I thought she was funny.
I'm very proud to say that I've never seen that.
Yeah, so I haven't actually seen any of her stuff. The first time I became aware of her was when she was dating 50 Cent, and she was like 50 when that happened 10 years ago. Right?
Gotcha. Yep.
That being said, watching this video, I did not find it even for a second funny. I'm going to be honest. I personally am not a fan. Okay. I'm going to preface this by saying that this is probably going to sound misogynistic. Okay.
That's okay.
I don't think women are particularly funny. Okay.
No, they're not. No.
A lot of them have to talk about fucking to be.
That's exactly
funny.
why.
I
it's
agree
like
with you.
I don't like
What's
male
that
comedians.
other one's name?
Blonde.
Oh,
hold on.
Did the movies? Amy
Schumer. Oh, she's the biggest.
Schumer.
Oh my god,
she's
so annoying.
I can't name a funny female comedian.
Tina Fey is the only one I actually do think is funny because she doesn't resort to feminine jokes, right?
Well, and we know my Meatball loves Tina Fey.
There you go. So, but
Mean
to be
Girls,
fair,
classic.
I have this same problem with male comedians that only talk about like dick jokes and stuff like that.
Right.
Here and there, I can totally go with it. But when female comedy is based solely on who you're fucking, how many people you're fucking, your period, and then being childless, it says a lot about the state of. Yeah, I don't think Chrissy Mayer is funny. I know that's a hot take.
No.
Apparently.
What about when she does that?
I don't know who that is.
That podcast.
Me either.
So Chrissy Mayer is a female comedian, but she's more on the right side, I guess you could say. She's part of the Geeks and Gamers crew. Now, to be fair, I was told I've only seen Chrissy Mayer on live streams, and she just looks like that. She's just there to be the feminine representation. She doesn't say a whole lot. She's doing this.
I can see your point. I can see your point.
Right?
Yeah, I can see your point. Kind of like I do, but come on now.
No, but you don't. You're not doing it.
No, but that's what I'm
every
here
5
for. I know what I'm here for, to fix my hair. It's okay.
So,
I own it.
Like I need to see her live stuff apparently because that's better, like her actual stand-up comedy. So I will pass on judgment till I do that. But back to Chelsea Handler.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, this wasn't funny at all. This was really cringe, if anything. This feels more like just a reason to. She knew that this would gain a lot of traction. That's what this was.
And I don't remember the last time. It caught my attention.
Right. And I don't remember the last time I saw Chelsea Handler in the news before this. Right. She's usually in the news for doing some stupid shit like this.
Well, she was just in the news for that. I'm going to butcher the name, but it starts with an ozopium or something. There's a medication that for weight loss that I just learned about. That, thank you. That she didn't know she was on. And so she has recently been in the news for that. I wanted to touch on this with Jenna real quick. I used to really like her. I used to really like Eliza Scherzinger. I can't say her name. But she got really, really... You see people's true colors during the political races. She used to be funny, and then all of a sudden these comedians get into politics, and then you see their true colors, and all of a sudden they're not as funny as they used to be. And unfortunately, that happened with her. And you're right. There's not a lot. There's one female comedian that I like. I can't remember her name. Whitney Cummings. I don't mind her, if you guys know who she is.
Whitney Cummings slept her way through the business, though.
Right.
Oh,
and
did
she really?
Apparently a terrible person. Like,
yeah.
Oh, shit. Yes. Oh, well, I take that back. We'll edit this in post.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if you like her, you like her.
Yeah. No. I don't know about her.
Here's the deal. I always say two things can be true.
Okay, go ahead.
Maybe we don't like Chelsea Handler, but let's say there's another female person we do enjoy. We can enjoy her comedy, but also hate the person that they are.
That's true, but when
like all detach them, basically, yeah.
But that's not always that happens.
Where I live.
But see, when you're a comedian and you make jokes about politics, that's where you screw yourself. But when you have a political view, but you're a funny actor or actress and your role is something different, you can take yourself out of that. So I think that's where things get where, like, for instance, oh my God, what did Elijah Scherzinger said something about oh my God, I wish I could find it, you guys. It was so cringy and it made me just like, I'll see if I can find it real quick. But she said something and I showed it to Cannoli, and it was really rude about women. I'll see if I can find it. I think it was on my Instagram, but it was really cringeworthy. Anywho, so that's all I have to say about Chelsea Handler. If we want to not talk so much about topics and get some of Meatball's questions, we can. It's up to you, ladies.
Let's see what he has to ask us, and it'll probably bring up the other topics.
Probably. Go ahead. I'm going to search for this because it's really. I'm
going to look into some of these female comedians the chat has mentioned now, though, because I want to find a funny woman. Like, I'm all for female empowerment and entertainment and all that shit, but it's just none of them are.
No, that's not it.
None of them are funny. There you go. All right.
Oh, here we go. Wait, I found it. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I don't remember what she said, but I remember this being really cringy. Okay, hold on one second. 11. We're going to share the screen right here.
What is a chispa?
It's a margarita in a can.
Ooh.
With real tequila.
Ooh. I'm funny. Please do a Comedy Central, Jenna. I already know your humor is spot on because I know that you're the brains behind Copa's scripts already. So please write a stand-up for us.
All right, let's see real quick. Let me click on here.
The thing that no one's saying for fear of their personal safety. Since mass shootings and school shootings are all perpetrated by men, why don't we keep guns legal? Just make it illegal for men to own a gun.
And there you have it, people. That's your Eliza Scherzinger.
Now I know who she is.
That's the dumb shit that she says and why I can't like her anymore. She used to make me laugh, and then she says shit like that, and I'm out.
She's so edgy.
No, she says way more stuff than that. That's nothing. She's a jerk because
she's taking such a hard line edge.
If gun violence is perpetrated by men, then we shouldn't allow men to have guns.
Correct. That is correct. Yep. You heard her. That's what made me.
Women are so fucking stupid. Oh my god.
Thank
Didn't
you.
the women raise these men that are mass shooting? I'm just gonna.
Please bring up the correlation between how many shooters are raised in single mother homes.
Yeah.
Please bring up that statistic.
Is that a cannoli connection?
Women bring up this point.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. God, you got to give it to me. Well, not like that. Hold on. Wait. Oh, here. Got it.
Oh.
All the time. Holy crap. So anyway, that made me think of her, and I, like I said, I used to love her, but it's really hard, Bex, you're right. It's really hard to like female comedians now because they say shit like that. Amy Schumer, I used to love. When Cannoli and I wanted to see Trainwreck so bad because I thought she was just hysterical. We watched the Amy Schumer show, and then what happened? Oh, wait, I got educated, and I realized what stupidity looked like, and I checked out.
For me, Amy Schumer was a knockoff of Chelsea Handler, and
I'm gonna have to agree with Whitey. That was a weak connection.
I'm sorry. We're new at this. We're virgins to the connection. We'll get better. It's not even really. That was stolen. I don't even think I have what it takes to do the right connection.
I'm not a connection virgin. What do you mean?
No, we
I'm
are.
Connection pimp in this group right now.
I know,
Jesus.
and we fell flat.
Here,
I have to give
here you
her
go.
$10 of every 20 I get.
All right, we'll find.
All right,
it's fine.
we've had enough serious business. Let's get down to brass tacks, as they say. Hit us, Meatball, Poppy.
What's your favorite fact about Women's History Month for March?
Oh, fuck off. I'm out. See ya. Good night, everyone. It's been real.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I do have one.
She has one. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, it's not really a women's thing, but apparently cigarettes were actually the female version of cigars back in, I think it was World War I. And then it just became such a popular thing that then cigarettes became an actual thing. So take it as you will.
What about a cigarello?
Bro, I don't fucking know. I just thought that was an interesting fact.
My bad. I should have warned you.
But I don't actually know any. I don't know who. There's Mary Curie. Mary Curie's a pretty notable female to care about for.
You can't just say names. You gotta have a fact.
I don't know.
How about be like Serena Williams? Yeah. Great tennis player.
Serena Williams is a man, I'm pretty sure. So we're not going to count her.
Well, did you see her commercial for that new alcohol company?
I think we're going to be talking about that later, actually.
That's a good one.
We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. Sorry, Mrs. Cannoli's, Truly's. I had to break the seal. Had to tinkle.
No worries. No worries.
Ego.
What did I miss? Was it breathtaking?
No, just the fact that cigarettes were a female invention technically because they couldn't smoke cigars, so they made cigarettes, and then it caught on.
I could see that, and then they put them on the long fancy sticks to make them feminine.
I think that was just later on, but yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right.
Are they filtered or unfiltered?
I don't know.
I
didn't really look into it.
Wookie, mind your business. You never ask a woman if she's washed her hands. It's rude.
Oh, yeah. Helen Keller's a notable one there. Didn't see that one, Steven.
See what you did there.
No, I didn't wash my hands because I want to contaminate. That's a no. Cannoli, I can't do everything. I had to it was either wash my hands or get a Truly.
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I've seen women that don't wash their hands.
In my own home, I wash my hands and use hand sanitizer everywhere else. But in my own home, sometimes I don't. But anytime I'm out, I always do. It's disgusting.
Here, this is a thing that I didn't know was a thing until when I met my husband. He was living with his roommate, and his girlfriend had moved in, right? And she doesn't wash her hands after she pees. So I was like, that's a thing. What about all the vagina juice and everything? You know, I don't know. Okay. Anyways,
vagina juice, that could be a new beverage. And for you, vagina juice in a can.
Yeah.
All right, hit us, Poppy.
All right, this is a two-part question.
That was his chance.
Mm-hmm.
How high of a heel can you go before you look like a baby giraffe? And the second part is, how high of a heel before you start looking scandalous?
Sorry, so how high is
disgusting.
too ridiculously high, and then too high? How high is scandalous? Is what your question
Like-
is?
No, the first part is, how high of a heel can you go before you start looking like a baby giraffe? And the second one is, how high of a heel before it becomes looking too scandalous?
Does anyone want to go first? Or?
Well, here's the thing.
I think it depends on your skill set.
I wore wedges a while back, like wedge shoes, not with a heel, but thick wedge shoes, out to dinner with Cannoli with his boss, and I tripped and fell on the way to the car.
How many truly deep were you?
None. It was
wow.
a nice night out. I was dressed up. I had some really cute, they were high, but they were wedges, so they weren't a heel. You girls will know what I'm talking about.
Are they like a flat wedge?
Yeah, they were
Okay.
kind of raised, but they were thick, so it wasn't like you were standing on a heel. And I ate shit in them. So my answer is yes, Cannoli's 6'5". I could use the length or the height to thin me out a little bit, but I can't walk in them. So I am not a heels girl unless I have to be. Oh, Cannoli has something to add. He picked me up off the floor.
I feel like video or it didn't happen. So.
Right.
Someone find
Here you
that
go.
security cam.
Ain't no hose up and okay. Excuse us, Ego. Excuse us.
Wow. So Ego doesn't know me in my early 20s, and this hoe wore like 6-inch heels and could run in them. As I got older and my knees got worse because of volleyball and stuff, now I only wear 2 inches, and he'll look at me sometimes and be like, are you going to be able to walk in that? If not, can you just take them off now? Like, he's not having it. He don't want it.
Really?
Yeah. So
Random
I used to
question.
wear pretty high heels. But
Random
I was young
question.
and single, so scandalous as well.
Do you have a random open ammo box in your background?
Wait, what?
Do I?
The green
that black thing
that
next
can
to
on the
thing?
ground.
Yes. Let's see.
It's like a random ammo can just...
God. Yeah.
Wow, Jenna, you are a savage. Savage. I can't do it. Vex, how about you? Do you like heels at all?
I like heels. I have a collection of heels.
Oh, I
too
like that. I
would
like that
wear
about you.
heels in my younger 20s. I don't wear heels anymore.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question, R2.
I do own a pair of clear heels.
And so does your friend.
There we go.
Now, were there fish that were swimming in the bottom of them at all?
No, there were those
Call them hooker,
like
hooker
X-rated
heels.
looking ones.
Oh,
Did they have
they
fur
had
on the
a clear
top?
Bottom, so you were tall.
Did they have the fur on the top?
No fur on the top, no.
Oh. That's
Okay.
not a show girls.
All right. Well, that question fell flat. Let's have your next one because none of us are. Vex loves heels, but yeah,
I don't wear them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
They're just impractical, right?
I agree. They're just impractical unless you're some fancy businesswoman. We are all mean business, but we product it differently.
But there are women who try to wear those high heels and they can barely walk and their toes are turned in.
Oh, I know. It's like, yeah,
Poor things.
I don't understand how they do it and they wear them all day and they walk around like I just, no thanks. Okay. What's your next question? Let me get rid of this comment. Sorry.
Is makeup a form of catfishing?
Yes.
Yeah. Nowadays it is. Hell yeah.
If you want to go into that, you might as well just ask if a filter is a form of catfishing, because not only do I wear makeup, but I'll filter the shit out of a Snapchat.
Hold on.
You really think that profile picture that I have on my thumbnail isn't fucking Snapchat filter?
Oh my God.
So you raised two good points here. I think there's a spectrum of catfishing here when it comes to makeup, right? Because there's those women that will just like the ones that you see on like TikTok that will cake it on and it's like a totally different person, right?
Right. Yeah, they
that
do
I would
look
say is
completely
catfishing.
different. Yes.
Right. And then they still
Korean
filter it.
girls got it going on.
Right. And they still filter on top of that, which is weird. But
right. Yeah.
when you're like Mrs. Cannoli, I've seen you come onto the after stream before with no makeup and it's not catfishing.
In my robe.
Yeah, right. But it's not catfishing. All the way most women wear their makeup is just literally to like almost, I want to say like polish up the natural features.
That's what I do. I kind of just try to make the shine not so much and put a little color into my face, but I don't, I try not to catfish either. Yeah, I agree with you.
So that's what I do is like, I just put on foundation because I have like some scarring from when I had acne in high school. So I put it more because it balances out everything.
Yes.
But like even the photo that I have on my Twitter and stuff, I would consider that my catfish photo. And literally, if I just put on makeup without my glasses, that's me.
Yeah.
You saw that on a stream once. There you go. So
well, that's I agree with you because my photo that I did for the thumbnail is definitely, it's my regular makeup, but I did use a Snapchat filter because it makes you look even more polished. And I do wear very minimal makeup. I use like a tinted BB cream and I use, some blush and some powder. I glue my eyelashes on, but they stay on. I've done this for years though. I have no eyelashes. They're awful. But and I draw my eyebrows on. I'm not embarrassed to say that there's certain things that you like to accentuate so you don't look so like women feel like they need a little color in their face and they just need a little bit.
It's just to make you feel a little more feminine. Yeah.
But I will tell you, Cannoli likes me without makeup. He likes when I'm just slumming it and I appreciate that. And he asked me one day, he's like, what do you do all this for? We had a conversation last week and with the kid, because she kind of takes after me a little bit. And I said, you know what? I want to look nice for my husband because after it'll be 20 years, 19 years, March 19th that we've been married. I really want to keep my husband interested, but I also do it for me because I like to look nice. I feel better when I look better. Does that make sense or is that stupid?
Yeah.
No, I actually
good, play good.
Sorry, I was laughing at Wookie's comment there.
Oh, let me see.
Highlight that.
Stoke it draws it on because he got a felony.
Wookie! Oh my God, you bad boy!
That's the only reason I put makeup on for my husband when we're not going out. So.
Oh wait, my daughter has a comment. Hold on. She was really sweet. Here, ready?
Oh, thank you.
Are you implying that I do, Jules? Is that what you're saying?
But I don't think full face. Like I watch these makeup girls. Like there's this one girl on TikTok. Her name is Michaela. I don't know if you guys know. She's from Boston and she talks really, really heavy and it's really obnoxious. But she wears a ton of makeup and it looks painful to have all of that makeup on. I don't know how people do it. I can't do it.
I don't understand it either, to be honest. It looks
so yes, the answer to your question is that makeup can be catfishing if you do it incorrectly.
Yeah. And actually, a few years ago, this Asian woman actually had plastic surgeries and stuff, and didn't tell her husband. And they, he was marrying to have good-looking children, and their children came out ugly, and he didn't understand what was happening. And found out she had all this work done and stuff. And
are you serious?
Or he wanted grounds for divorce for being catfished, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He said he was catfish. Yeah.
So she was really butt ugly and had surgery to make herself prettier.
It's a night and day difference. Yeah, she was before and after. If you see the comparison photos, yeah.
Oh, I gotta give that a goog later. Oh,
I think a while ago, right, Max?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It was also. Who says you're ignoring? Wait, hold on. Wrong comment. I'm not ignoring you. I'm sorry, JT. Hold on, babe. Just you hold on. Let me back it up. Back it up. Where
y'all are just too active.
Right. I'm not good with addressing chats when I'm live as well, is the other thing.
Okay. So. Hi, JT. I said hi to you privately. See, look, right here. I didn't ignore you. And then everybody's saying hello. And you're saying, I like catfishing, like with stinky bait. Okay. Well, thanks for stopping.
Okay.
Stephen Ransom has a good question.
I think this is what he wanted me to tell you guys. He makes himself look nice for R2. That's sweet. That's sweet. Okay. All right. There you go.
Are you going for the she or the he?
Oh, look at this. Hey, I know. Listen, I'm doing my friggin'.
Look, Ego can't pay attention. I asked him for a drink. He's clearly not paying attention either.
Wait, what is it? Why
Ego,
did you
it's not
say
Black
this?
History Month anymore, my man. You got to go get that drink.
I know, it's Women's History. I'm right. Let's go.
Why are we going ammo shopping tomorrow? I don't understand what he's talking about.
Maybe because Filipino Meatball pointed out I have an ammo box in the background. This is clearly Ego's room.
Nobody's going anywhere tomorrow. I'm going to Frozen on Broadway. I got plans.
I still haven't seen Frozen, actually. I still haven't seen either of those.
You know what,
movies.
honey? Why do we need ammo? Is there something I don't know? Is there a sale?
There's
I got my own, honey. Thank you.
We have enough. Let me tell you. Aw, thank you, Ego.
No, I went and got my own because you ignored me for 10 minutes. So.
All right. Well, your two questions kind of fell flat because we had very quick answers for you.
Hold on. Stephen Ransom had a question in the chat.
I'm so sorry. Thank you.
He asked.
Let me go back. Oh,
there we go.
Got it. Yes.
It can be both because there are women that cake on enough of it to make it look like they're younger. But at the same time, there's women that, like you would explain, Mrs. Cannoli, is it's just to accentuate the features they already have.
Yeah, and I think makeup can be really positive, and I think it's okay. I've always enjoyed wearing makeup. I've always enjoyed feeling pretty, and I just I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But much like anything, it can be too much and it can be abused. And if you have to use 15 makeup wipes to get your makeup off, it's just that's gross.
Too much.
It's just too much.
Or even tape to pull your skin somewhere, and then it's
like duct tape.
So my mom had a my mom. I don't speak to her, but I can tell, and I've seen her pictures because I'm friends with my sister on Instagram, my half sister, and my mom always said when I was little, because she's very vain, she wanted her face pulled back, and now she does have her face pulled back, and she kind of looks like this. A little bit. It's not, but see, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. That's why, I would never condone anything to fix your appearance unless
the work,
unless you really, really, really needed it because something happened or you had. Anyway, go ahead, Meatball. What else you got?
This one is specifically for Vex first.
Of course it is.
Oh gosh.
Does anime objectify women?
This is only for Vex because I know nothing about anime. So,
depends on the anime you're watching.
I've never watched anime once, so.
Okay, like TV, there's many different genres of anime. There's satire that might make fun of women. There's period pieces that might objectify women based on the period. Then there's straight up female empowerment things, right? So it depends on what you're watching.
Would you say as a whole? The reason I asked this is because one of my friends who is an anime fan wanted me to ask this question since you're the anime expert. Is it?
I don't know. I'm in the middle. I think because the other thing too is you have to think of Japan's culture as a whole when you do that, right? And most of it, it's like women still have a specific role or whatever, or specific standard to meet or whatever, right? But I think there's a fair amount of stuff that is still equally it's okay with women. So I'm in the middle. It's not a yes, it's not a no.
I really thought she would be more opinionated on this one.
Depends on what you're watching, dude. I'm serious. I watched a whole anime the other day of a girl that okay, well, it was a movie, first of all. But it was it was a dude that was having he was kind of an asshole, and then he meets a girl, and the girl is the one who's strong and ends up kind of unintentionally showing the error of his ways kind of deal. So in that sense, the woman was the stronger one, And she wasn't necessarily objectified, even though there were instances where he would look at her and he would admire kind of her feminine features and whatnot, right? But then there's other animes where it's like bouncing titties and short skirts and all that stuff. So it really depends on what you're watching.
Would you guys knock it off? There's no fucking spider behind me. I can see it through my screen.
Yeah, Stephen Ransom's right. There you go. Exploits excitement in both sexes, and it's all about the cute.
I'm gonna look.
Yeah.
When you say,
no spider.
Can someone explain that? Because I've heard that statement multiple times. It's all about
So
the
think
cute.
about it this way: what is anime cute?
No, like he said, it's all about the cute. I've heard that like multiple times, but I have no idea what it means.
Like it's all about the kawaii, like that kind of thing.
That means I have no idea what that means.
Well, then anime's not for you then. Anime's not for you then. If you don't understand what that is, then you're a lost cause, and so am I.
Think about it this way: anime is like it's an over exaggeration and exploitation of the things that you would find typically adorable. We'll say.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Is that why the people do?
Are you just saying that because Vex explained it to you like that?
No, like that was the first time anyone's ever like put it that way, and I'm like, okay, now that makes a lot of sense with all the stuff that happens with the short things that I see of anime, like with the ooh woo thingy. Like, I still don't understand it, but sure.
That's more of just like a cringe trend thing. That's all. But again, even that's an over exaggeration of something that you would find typically adorable.
Good night, Jacob. Thank you for stopping by. There goes my dog. Yes. Okay, well, do you have any questions for anybody but Vex or what?
This one was directed specifically at Miss Cannoli.
Oh.
Not because I have any kind of back history or anything like that, but this was specifically for you. But everyone's welcome for this one. So, preface, I do not condone cheating in any way, shape, or form.
Yep.
But I read an article this week, and so the question is, does a woman have some responsibility in their spouse's cheating? I only asked you because you've been married the longest. That's why it was directed at you.
Wow. That's a very loaded question because there's a couple of different things you could say. You could say that the husband is cheating because he's not getting what he needs at home. Or you could also say that what you have at home is not what you wanted anymore and you have fallen out of love with it. So I don't know how to answer that question. That's shit.
Why is it so quiet?
Huh?
Well, okay.
Why is it so quiet?
So here's the deal, right? When we talk about emotions and things like that, the only thing you can control is the way you react to something. If your reaction is to go cheat because you're not getting something at home, that's on you. I can't control the way you react to what is happening in our home. I might play a role in what is happening at home, but the way you choose to go out and react to that is on you, not me. So,
Vex, do you have with you both?
Okay. No, please.
Good.
I understand where you're both coming from. And like I agree with you both to a certain extent, but I think while one person physically does the cheating, there is something that two people contribute to in order for the cheating to happen in the first place. So
what do you mean? Yes, please.
For example, right? Perhaps you are in a marriage where you're no longer having sex, and maybe one person is continuously trying to engage it, and then the other person keeps denying it. Therefore, you are both contributing to a problem where you're not addressing what the intimacy issue is, and instead you're letting it fester. Yep. Then it evolves into, okay, I'm getting attention of the sexual nature from someone else, and I finally have an opportunity. So, yes, I can't control what you're doing. It's ultimately your decision if you cheat. But at the same time, if it's in a scenario like that, I can understand why both parties would be liable. Now, there's other situations where it's just there's assholes and they just want to have their cake and eat it too.
Like my dad. Yes,
like, I
my
can
dad.
get this girl, that girl, or this guy, that guy.
Exactly.
Do it.
Right. And they still want to have a girlfriend for the emotional security that comes with that. That's a whole different story.
No, you know what? I really like that point, and I think that's true too. I think there's a lot of different factors in why somebody would cheat, and it I think it's really just depending upon the situation. I really don't think that's a black or white answer, and I think it's really hard to say it's this person's fault or that person's fault. I think there's a collective amount of situations that lead up, because nobody just goes, I think I'm gonna go cheat today. Yeah, nothing else to do. I'm just gonna go fuck somebody else. I think that there's many things that lead up to it. And I've told Cannoli over and over, please go find somebody else to do your laundry and make your meals. I'm exhausted.
But that's the thing, right? 80-20. That person ain't doing all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah. But, I mean, Meatball, I'm interested in your answer. Like,
so I am staunch anti-cheating, 100%. Like,
well, I don't think anybody likes cheating.
But I mean, I'm the person that if you don't want to have that relationship, you can end it right then and there, anytime that you want to, and walk the fuck away, and then go do whatever you want to do.
You
right?
control your actions.
You could, you could do that at any time. I thought it was really interesting to me because it was written by a 45-year-old woman who had been married to her husband for 21 years, her now ex-husband, right? Mm-hmm. And she talked about, in her mind, all 21 years of it was great. She never knew that he had a problem with the relationship, and he felt abused and felt taken advantage of and all that stuff that happened. And then so when she found out that he was cheating, it was like a 3-year relationship with someone in his office. Well, that's going to lead me to the next question. But it was a 3-year relationship that he had with someone in his office, and he ended up leaving his wife for her. And when they sat down at the settlement table with the divorce lawyers or whatever, and she asked him why, and he goes, literally, I came home and felt unappreciated. I felt appreciated more at work than I did at home. And you didn't. And I tried to communicate that, but the only communication was about the bills and this needs to get done around the house, and the kids need these shoes or whatever it was. And so he had mentally checked out of that relationship and found it somewhere else with someone else. So I just thought it was a really.
But that's not fair either, though. That's not fair either, though. How much did this person try to get their partner on the same page with them before they just bounced?
So in her article that she remembers, written from the female point of view, right after the fact, she looked back on it and she goes, he was right. He had tried to make those communication things. He had tried to be spontaneous with me and take me on vacations or whatever. And I just saw, oh my God, why are we spending $3,000 on XYZ when it could go to this or whatever, right? And she had said that she had gotten too comfortable in the relationship. And what he was looking for, she didn't even notice because she wasn't paying attention for it. And she actually owned she blamed the cheating on herself. And I thought it was just a super refreshing take that I had never seen before.
See, that's an instance where it's not like both parties are responsible for it. But at the same time, you chose to go and cheat. You could have ended it first before you did
I still blame him. I read the article at the end of it. I'm like, you're still a dumbass, dude. You had a 3-year relationship. You could have ended it with
3
your
years
wife.
is a long one for that.
That's a long. That sounds exhausting.
Oh shit! That's just how someone's giving me attention or validating my feelings, and all of a sudden we sleep together and oh shit! I just cheated. I intentionally had a relationship, but was too scared to end it over here.
And have your cake and eat it too, kind of deal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, so, I never understood people that just don't. I don't know. Cheating to me, I don't have the stomach for lying. I'm a terrible liar. I could never lie. I have to tell Cannoli everything. I'm like, I'm not going to tell him. It'll piss him off, but I freaking tell him, because I can't lie. I'm going to go have an affair, and who has fucking time for an affair? I'm exhausted.
It's more like who has money for an affair. That's expensive as shit.
It's a lot of work. Look, I've had some friends who have confided in me that have said, hey, this person is giving me attention. So they're either emotionally cheating or physically cheating. But at the end of the day, they don't want to leave their relationship. Just in that moment, whatever is happening in their marriage, they're choosing that their and the partner are choosing not to deal with it.
Right.
And so they're leveraging this outside relationship to fill that hole for the moment.
Fill that hole, eh?
I know.
Hey.
I didn't even see that. That was a great connection. Great connection.
Oh shit! Sorry. Hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Good connection, Bex.
I mean, am I going to get a copyright strike? I don't own the Cannoli Connection, or do I? Because I'm part of it now on a Friday.
I feel like you own it.
All right. What do you got? What do you got next? These are lackluster. I need some stuff to really ruffle the feathers.
So here's the two that came off the back end of that article.
Oh, wait, hold on. I need to give an appropriate welcome to Mr. Joker Voice. Thank you for finally showing up. I've only been on the air for an hour and 30 minutes, but Joker Voice, spice up your life.
What is happening, Vex?
Okay. Oh.
Because of the stream yesterday that JV and I were both on. There you go.
Yes, there was a lot of
timbers.
scissoring. Scissoring. There was a lot of scissoring going on because there was you have to watch these people's streams. It's what happens when you're in the YouTubes. You watch your friends' streams and they talk about The Last of Us and scissoring.
Oh, hey, Joker.
Oh, I have my shirt too. It's upstairs. I should have gotten it. Someone bring me my shirt down. I got a tank top too. I got a black Joker tank top.
Must be nice to get merch.
They came in today, so
I bought it, stupid. And I entered
Yeah.
you. Wait a minute. Hold, please. I entered you, and you didn't even know because you don't check your app mentions. I entered you into our 400 subscriber giveaway, Meatball.
I want you to know that if I win,
You didn't. R2 already
draw,
won.
dude.
This is the thing. Listen,
I don't
first
even
of
know
all,
what I'm not in it.
First of all, sir, if you want to be like us, you got to be on the Twitter.
Oh, God.
And first of all, you don't need to be invited. You know what I did? I
She was barred
inserted
with-
myself right in.
That's called rape, and
Yep.
I'm not trying to catch a charge.
No, it wasn't rape because
It's
you
not
want to
rape
know
if
why?
we're already lubed up.
Thank you.
What the?
And it's not rape because Vex invited me. And Shiro slid in.
It's
Shiro-
not rape if it's already lubed up.
Listen, Shiro and I slid in at the same time. Hang on.
where are we sliding to?
Here you go. My Joker tank top. See?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody plug your ears.
I inserted myself into Mrs. Cannoli.
Your daughter's on this stream.
No, she's not seeing. She's right here. She can't see it. Goodbye.
I mean, but she can go back and read them.
I mean, that's how.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, that's how she was made, so.
The stork came. She does not even know anything.
I want you to know that you don't even check your phone because you were at mentioned all the time, Meatball. I at mentioned you. Yes. I at mentioned you. You were part of the.
I might even turn on my notifications for Twitter.
Yeah, could you please see? And Joker knows, and you missed it last week. Him and I have a Spice Girl connection that runs deep.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I saw Spice Girls live. That was my first concert I ever saw.
You lucky son of a bitch.
I know. But
my
that
sister wanted to go, and the only way that she could go is if she took me with her. So I was sitting there and I was like, what is Spice Girls? And then I'm just sitting there going, this is horrible.
And you spiced up your life that night.
What do you mean it was horrible? I'm sure it was awesome.
It was a bunch of hot chicks running around the stage. What are you talking about? You got to see.
Yeah.
You got to see Mrs. David.
We were so far away from the stage, I really couldn't see the stage. And then, remember, I'm short as it is now, but I was also a tiny child.
Yeah, but
so
you
I
have a
couldn't see
what
over.
is it, a 4-inch vertical? What am I supposed to say you have?
40-inch vertical.
Sorry, 40-inch vertical.
You gotta add that 0 in there.
Do you jump from a trampoline? What happened?
Oh, here, this is for you.
No, I'm an athlete. I mean, that is also true.
All right, so before I got all excited that Joker showed up, what other question do you have for us?
Okay. Where is the line, since you were all married, if your significant other had a work wife? Like, what is the line of what that relationship is like. Hello, Kitty.
Well, let's start off by asking if anybody has been in this situation where their significant other has had a work wife. My significant other has only had a work mother, not a work wife. So I can't really speak on it. I don't know. I will say him having a work mother actually helped. And I used to see Cannoli do a lot more. Like
Did you just drop the cat?
No, the cat jumped.
It looked like he was like, oh, play with the cat. I don't want to play with
Oh, look, the other one's back there.
Oh, I little baby. I love fur babies. I could get very distracted by animals. I don't know. Meatball, I have to say, I don't think it would matter as long as I don't know.
What was the question?
Girls?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Since you're all married, what is your opinion of and where is the line for a work wife for your spouse?
What is a work wife?
Oh my god. It's someone that so if it were me, right? I would have someone at work of the opposite sex that I interact with daily and have conversations beyond the normal work scope because we are like that close to friends at work to where now I'm her work husband.
That's cringy.
She is my work wife.
That's what that is. That's really cringy.
Yeah, I think that might bother me.
Why are you referring to someone who is just a close friend as your work wife or your work husband? That seems disrespectful to your actual wife or husband. They're just a friend, bro. That's it. Call it what it is.
Okay.
I feel like Bex has a strong opinion on this for not knowing what
you know what?
About.
I no, it's like people that oh gosh, what is it? It's like how friends that make jokes about, say, like, oh, that's like her or his, I don't know, like oh, okay, for instance, like people that, game together online, right? If there's a female in the group or something, like, oh, that's her online boyfriend or whatever, right? Because they play a lot of games together. It's like, no, that's fucking cringy. He's a friend. We get along well. Why can't it just be that? Why do you have to put some weird label on it and make it weird? That's all.
Where did that label, excuse me, where did that label have to come from anyway? Because you're right. I think that actually, I don't know, that might be disrespectful.
I will tell you,
right,
as like someone that works in corporate America, that is a really common label.
It is a really common thing.
Yeah, no, I know it's very common. It's just,
I mean, I work with a lot of IT guys, and I actually know of I was about to say a couple, but a man and a woman who are work wife, work husband. They work so closely and well together that is what it's termed. However, it has been weird to be out at a work function and then catch them holding hands under the table when I know their spouses are at home. So it goes too far. I think it puts this connotation there, or this almost like pressure that invites bad things to happen.
Well, let me ask you, Meatball. What you said, you have a work wife?
No, say hypothetically,
I thought you said you did, because I was going to ask you what.
I do have an example at work, though.
Okay. Because I'm wondering what constitutes a work wife. I've been in the medical field for far too long, where I've worked at a women's doctor. So I usually work with a lot of women. So I've never really had the opportunity to have a work wife or work husband. So
you're gonna need to take that to HR, Ego.
I know.
Who's the top?
Ooh, good question. Who is the top?
Power bottom, if I've ever seen a power bottom. Cannoli is bent over, tell him, "Give it to me, Daddy," nonstop. Are you?
He's letting this 5-6 man climb him.
Let's just hope, Shiro. Let's just hope that Ego can hear everything Cannoli says.
Does he need to though?
No, he doesn't. I like that Joker. I think Harley Quinn is a safe bet. I have a bunch of work. You know what, Jenna? I have a bunch of work wives too. Like, I work with all women, and I've known them since before I had my daughter. So like we're such a close group. Like they were in my delivery room before I had my daughter. So, you know, I would say I have a bunch of work wives that we all take care of each other.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it just that situation can get dicey because people spend a lot of time at work together. So I understand the closeness
I do too.
And how someone can work really well together.
Yeah.
I do.
But I think there's emotions there. Don't you think that sometimes it can go a little bit more than it should and get a little bit more intertwined than
yes. And people around them can tell. It's not a secret. Like we can tell.
Well, you've seen it, right? Yeah. You've seen it, Shiro. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's a healthy thing, and I think it's an excuse. I think it's an excuse to have an unhealthy connection with somebody at work.
Well, so on the radio, we listen to this War of the Roses things where they're trying to catch each other.
Oh, God. I've always heard that. I know. That's so weird.
Oh, God.
Yes. But this woman, her husband, has a work wife, and they finally, like, they bought a house. They spent a year putting it together. She didn't want anybody to come over for the whole year. It wasn't ready. So they finally had a party. Then the work wife is like, hey, I'm kind of on my cycle, like, I'm going to go to the restroom. She's like, oh, the products are here. And the lady was like, yeah, I know. And so the wife, the actual wife, was like, I think he's cheating on me. She's been here before. How would she know that? And it just leads to a lot of unnecessary kind of like mistrust, really. Because turns out this guy had all his work people over before the house was ready because he was tired of waiting, but he didn't want to tell his wife because his wife was so hell-bent on waiting.
It's just super weird. It's just super weird. I think that work wife and work husband can lead to cheating, and then it can make you do things that are just inappropriate. Yeah. Did we lose half our show, honey?
I mean, it's us. We're awesome. So
I know.
I mean, Texas kitties need to eat, so I'm all for that. I don't know what Poppy is doing. I didn't pay $20 to call him that, but I feel like I put in my time.
No, we get a free pass. We don't have to pay him shit to call him Poppy. He's on. What
happened to Poppy? Where'd he go?
We don't listen.
Tex, you should start saying some things, and maybe he'll come back.
Yeah, if you do,
guide him back to the light. She said no, thank you.
If that means, are you slotted for next week's show? You're on the 10th with us, but you mean you want to come on the next Female Perspective? You're more than welcome to. You just need to let us know. So you slide into my DMs, as they say. I don't know. I think Philip. Oh, there he is. Where'd you go? Did you get scared?
Did you go apologize to your work wife?
No, the tiny human had to go to sleep.
Oh, you had to give kisses and say goodnight to little baby girl?
Exactly. And kick the dog out of the room violently.
Oh, I like that. I like the furry being, though. He can stay.
Oh, I might have killed him. I might kill him. He ate my water bottle. I got one of those coldest 1 gallon water bottles for Christmas. He decided that he could defeat that thing.
Can I do a little sidebar here real quick and get you guys' opinion? Because I know that we're all animal lovers, and Vex, I know we all have dogs. Vex has cats, but I don't think that it means that you have a different love for animals based upon what you have. So I want to get your perspective on this. There was somebody that, I'm on I think this is my 5th one because I pre-gamed. I had somebody post on Facebook yesterday talking about how they love their dog and they've always wanted this dog, but this dog is just chewing everything up and they have to get rid of this dog because it's not what they thought. So I commented that, well, unfortunately, you don't know what you're going to get, and you wouldn't give away your child if your child wasn't what you thought you were. You pipe down. I'm not done yet. My point is you, choker, you knock it off right now, sir. Anyway, my question is, when I first had Brooklyn, which was my very first dog, She chewed up an entire love seat. She chewed up baseboards. She ate the wall. But then we made sure that we gave her an area that she was safe in, that she wouldn't do these things. And we understood it's part of having an animal, and we did not give her away. Do you feel like if a dog is destructive or an animal is destructive, would you work through it, or would you just give the animal away and give up? And it's okay, whatever you say. I'll still love you guys. Yes, go first.
I'm at the point of giving this dog up. I'm
over a water bottle? Over a water bottle.
It's a water bottle.
It was like the straw that broke the camel's back on it. Like, it eats everything. Every sock, every pair of shorts, every one of Tiny Human's underwear.
It needs more exercise. It needs more stimulation.
Thank you.
What it needs is a stiff right hook to the jaw.
Let me ask you, wait a minute. If the Tiny Human was pissing you off and doing stuff that you didn't intend for her to do, would you give her away?
On average, a child under the age of 5 gets $280,000 on the black market.
So that's a yes. Okay. All right. See, right here, Cannoli's right. But let me tell you something. I don't know. I want to know people's opinions, because I would never give my dog away for doing something that she was a baby and she didn't know any better. Why would you just give? Oh, hold on, Vex. I got something for you, honey. Here you go.
I know, it's a massager, not a scratcher.
Yeah, Joker has the scratcher. She has the massager.
Massages multiple places.
Yeah.
Anyway, can I get, Shiro, you have dogs and you love animals. How would you react to a dog who was acting up?
I would figure it out, to be honest. My Westie went through my entire shoe collection as a puppy.
Oh, I'm sorry. Common White Girl's my new best friend. Ride or die.
Yeah.
Ride or die.
Yes. I mean, look, you adopted.
I don't trust her opinion at all.
Why? Because she's a common white girl?
Common white girl.
Essentially, white privilege.
Okay. Anyway, Shiro, go ahead. Sorry.
You buy or adopt a dog because you're, whatever you're looking for. It's a commitment. You're walking into a commitment, and that's what it is. And even as my dog Betty got to be a senior citizen and started reverting to puppy ways, and she would pee on Ego's clothes and stuff like that. He never once suggested we should get rid of your dog. It was like, okay, we need to work around this, or what do we do? I don't know.
Sad.
You get a dog, it's because you want to love something, or you want something to love you.
What is that?
I don't condone the use of sex toys, by the way. It's the real thing or nothing.
This is what Vex is essentially using to scratch her back.
That doesn't look like what she has in her hand. Hers is curved. I don't know what you're showing me.
It's the same thing.
All right. Here AJ has a comment, because he trains dogs for a living. And I agree. And I'm going to say, too, on a side note, is that you don't always know, much like a child, you don't know what you're going to get. You can raise a dog and a human to the best of your ability, but they are still their own. You don't know what you're going to get. And you can't just give up on an animal. Or, I'm sorry, if I have an animal in my home, you are just as important as a human being.
Yeah,
I chose you. I brought you into my home. I'm not going to give up on you.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just had somebody the other day that, bye, Jenna. I'm so sorry. What did she say? My pup is truly tempting to play. Oh, bye, Jenna. It caught my attention because we were talking about animals, but I had somebody that just wanted to give away their dog because it was too much work, and that drives me crazy. And it's just a soft spot with me. I'm sorry.
Well,
Vex, how do you feel? Oh, no, go ahead, Shiro. Sorry.
I was just going to say, 9 times out of 10, it's probably something that we're doing wrong that is enabling whatever behavior is happening, and it is correctable. So hopefully AJ will back me up on that. He knows we spoil our dogs.
Yeah. Vex, what do you think? How do you feel about it?
I grew up with a German Shepherd, so... and
they're destructive, right?
Yeah. She was a very destructive dog before we trained her and everything. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm very much 100% on, like, even if you have a problem animal, you can still work with them for the situation. The other thing too is I think a lot of people like romanticize what it's like having a pet and don't realize that there's actually a lot of work that goes into having a pet. So like for you, Meatball, the fact that your dog is going around chewing all these things tells me that they're just not getting the stimulation they need. And now they're being destructive.
It is true because Zelda will act up when she's not getting what she needs. And I've noticed a pattern with her. If she doesn't get walked or if she doesn't, like in the summer is really hard because you guys know it's Arizona. It's 110 here in the summer. She'll burn her paws. My dog Brooklyn used to throw up if it was too hot if we would walk her. So it's a struggle in the summer. But I do notice that Zelda will go after certain things and choose certain things when she doesn't get what she needs. So I don't know. I understand. There's a lot of things I've lost too. Juliana, poor thing, has lost so many clothes because she's careless with them and Zelda chews them up, but they're like kids.
The cats that I have now, they're both Bengals, and that's a very wild.
I love Bengal cats. They're so pretty.
But here's the thing is like my mom got Raja, the little brown one, without realizing that he needs a lot of stimulation, and when he doesn't do that, he gets destructive. Like he starts breaking cups and plates and knocking things over and scratching up everything, right? So what I ended up doing is like, okay, you won't put in the work. I'm like reading all of these articles and watching all these videos. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna teach him how to walk. So my cats both go on walks outside. They have little leashes
on a leash. That's cool. No, I've seen that. I've seen people in my neighborhood walking their cats, and I'm like, although it looks a little funny, you're like, no, that's okay. Why can't a cat be walked too?
Right.
So
and like he understands now with him. I don't take him with a leash anymore. Like he just listens to commands now, which is kind of weird.
Oh, that's cute.
Right. He's like a little dog essentially. But even the other one, he was adopted. He actually came from an abusive situation, and he was really aggressive to people when we first got him. But I just gave him a lot of time, and he was fine. Now he sleeps with me. He lets me pick him up. He doesn't growl or bite or anything. He's fine.
Yep.
So
basically,
of course, this little guy fucking growls at me when I'm not in bed when he wants to go to bed.
Oh my gosh!
What an angry jerk.
So, Poppy, maybe you need to give your dog something that you're not giving him. I don't know how often do you walk him?
I try to walk him on every break I have when I'm at home.
Oh, during the day?
But, like, during the day.
You're giving him a lot then. All right.
But I mean, like, at the same time, like, Tiny Human comes home and he is rambunctious with hanging out with her, right? So it is what it is. Like, I don't think I get the whole you need to, stimulate him, but at the same time I'm like, dude jumping on tables, dude jumping like
he's still a puppy though. He's still a puppy.
I mean, he's not even a year old.
No,
so,
and this is totally normal
like
for a puppy.
You need to fly AJ out there.
AJ, come help.
You need an abomination to come your way and set shit straight. Oh God, we've gone almost 2 hours. Holy crap.
Did we have a limit or?
No, we don't have a limit. We can go as long as you guys want, but I just don't want to keep anybody longer than they need. I'm having a good time, but it's really up to everybody else. Do you have another question, Meatball? Because I might have to pee soon. Go ahead.
Okay. If you were single, where would you go try to find a significant other?
The only person I would go looking for is Henry Cavill. That's where
you wouldn't even try to date.
Is that like a?
And if anybody ever tries to tell her anything
different, somebody with your chloroform.
If anybody tries to tell her anything different on any stream, she's not having it. Not having it. She will die on a hill.
That's the only place. If I'm single, I'm like, oh, okay, Henry Cavill, I'm coming to you. I've got family in England. I can stay there for a while. I'll find you.
Oh, here, my daughter agrees with you.
Oh my goodness.
Shiro, did you want to go next?
I'm no good at this because
me either.
I like a combination of people. So maybe a pool hall. I don't know. If you could beat me at pool,
they have those still?
Yes.
Sorry, Vex.
I don't care about the Superman part. I know that man can pick me up and throw me around. That's all.
Holy Jesus.
Dang. She said, "Give it to me, Daddy."
Yeah, I don't know. I've been out of the game for so long that I would probably feel like such a turd trying to like go and find somebody to hang out with me. I really don't know how I would find somebody. I guess I would try the apps and see.
Online apps, yeah, that's the way to do it these days.
I
don't
know
know
anymore.
Well,
I had such a
there's no way
nightmare
to
with
do it.
fucking apps. So those.
I guess I'd have to go back to high school and see if somebody wanted to hang out with me in high school because that's all I know. I've been taken since 17 years old. What the fuck do I know?
Look, don't knock it. I feel like once you announce you're single or like the people from your past hear that you're single, they're all in your face. Like, why are you here right now?
You know where I go? Wait a minute. I correct this. If I had to find somebody to hang out with and date, I would go to Joker's bar in Vegas, which I'm going to in April. I'd let Joker set me up with somebody. Here, see? There you go.
What a great plug.
Oh, wait. Wookie has a very, very shocking statement.
Ah, I mean,
I think you'd touch
I
his
would
prostate
too.
if you were a man at this rate.
I touch his prostate no matter what. What do you?
Right.
It doesn't matter.
I love me
Yeah.
some Ryan Reynolds for sure.
I'm not really sure what that means. I don't know if I'd go to Home Depot to get a man.
Because you'd
I'm
find
not
a real man in a Home Depot. That's
True.
why.
That's
My
true.
buddy in Philadelphia, she walks in the fucking Home Depot and gets like 5 numbers. Like they are all over her.
I'll
I'm
tell
just
you
like,
what.
what's
I've been to Home Depot more in my lifetime than Cannoli ever has.
Damn.
No, it's just
Put him
not
on
his thing.
blast.
But I'm in Home Depot,
God
and he's
damn, the
in
man has a family.
he's in Best Buy, man. He's in the electronics, and I'm in the home improvement. We have our own things to bring to the table. That's all.
I mean, the true same could be said about Ego and myself for sure.
Hold on. Let's give Archie a
pretty
little
sweet.
heart.
Aww.
Aww. That'll be my thing on the show. Instead of the connection, we're gonna give hearts. If you can figure it out. Meatball, you got it?
Do I have it?
Meatball? Oh, look at those little fingers. They're so cute. No, you know what? If I had to date now, I thank the Lord every day that I don't have to be out in the world doing that because it looks like an absolute shit show. And what does he say?
Yeah, that's what my husband says too. If I'm
That's
out of the
what
picture,
Ego
he's
says.
kind of done dating. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
really bother.
Ego says he'd be the biggest asshole ever and just
Wait, would
Right,
he
really.
wear what he wore in high school though? That velour suit
I
and the
mean,
chain?
look, he wants to think he's gonna run through with it, but if he goes back to those things, it might be tough. I don't know.
I think it might be tough for him for sure to wear that little. But well, there's your answer. None of us would like to be in the dating game because it sucks. Look at that pretty kitty. I love it. Oh, don't baby. Look at the
Oh,
little
you're talking
baby.
about the cat. I thought you were talking about something else.
I was talking about you, Meatball. Look at the
Come
little
here,
Meatball.
honey.
You're so cute.
Come here. You're sexy. Don't worry.
I heard what y'all said about me.
Aww. Where's Ego going with his purse
he-
on?
I was like, is that a
She-
satchel?
Miss Cannoli wants to know where you're going with your purse on. Miss Cannoli wants to know where you're going with your purse on.
It's not a purse, it's a satchel.
It's a satchel.
I knew it.
Oh.
I called
That's
it.
what Meatball said. It's a satchel.
All
He
right.
has to walk our dogs in the neighborhood because we're getting a part of our fence replaced. So he,
Oh, gotcha.
he,
Nope.
he uses that bag to carry and all that stuff. So
So it's a man purse. Still.
It's a man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
it's a merce.
That's okay.
Yeah,
It's a merce.
absolutely.
All right,
Also a
Meatball.
synonym for satchel.
Oh wait, hold on. There's conflicting information. So R2 thinks it's a satchel, and then AJ thinks it's a man purse.
Are you going on an Indiana Jones adventure though? Then it's a
Right.
satchel. If not,
It
then it's
could
a man
be.
purse.
We don't know what the day has planned for us.
Look, all I have to say is that when we went to the Brahmas game, they made him check his bag and not me check my purse because his was too big.
I have. Wait. Oh wait. Hold on a second. Wait. I have something. Wait. If I can find it, this is gonna be good. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Hold on. Where is it? Hold on. Tom Sizemore died.
Who's Tom Sizemore?
What? Who is that?
The comedian?
Hold on. I need to Google this. Was that really breaking news? What happened? Who's Tom Sizemore?
I just got breaking news from the Daily Wire that Tom Sizemore died. You guys, really?
Oh, I'm thinking Tom Segura. Hold on. My bad.
Yeah, you're thinking of Tom Segura. Hold on a second.
Hold
Who
on.
the hell
Sounds familiar,
is Tom
though.
Sizemore?
Oh, God, you
The actor.
guys.
Isn't he
The
anything good?
actor.
The Relic, Black Hawk Down, Red Planet.
Black Hawk Down. What?
Saving
Yeah,
Private
you'd know him.
Ryan.
You'd know him if you saw him.
So
Yeah.
he had an aneurysm, and they were talking about pulling the plug, and I just got breaking news that he passed away. So I thought I would share it with everybody, but apparently I'm with a group of people that aren't on the Tom Sizemore train.
I mean,
Sorry.
way to be on top of it.
I mean, that's
We're
what she said.
informed
One.
now.
Oh,
But-
you know what? I knew this was right, R2. I said that to the girls at work, and they're like, "No, I don't think you're right." I knew he was married to Heidi Fleiss,
Who's Heidi Fleiss?
the prostitute, Joey Buttafuoco.
Are we talking about OnlyFans? Prostitutes? What?
I got to get some people of age around here. Really? You don't know who Heidi Fleiss? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm older than you guys.
I'm
I
a
apologize.
good Christian boy that had morals and values and stuff.
Okay, so Heidi Fleiss was a prostitute, and she was having an affair with Joey Buttafuoco. Joey Buttafuoco's wife got shot in the head somehow. Reese, give it a goog. It's a whole thing. See? Give it a goog.
Yeah, this woman's also all gum and no teeth in that smile. It's just kind of off-putting, but
Yeah. Anyway, there's a whole Amy Fisher is Joey Buttafuoco. Oh shit, sorry. I get them confused. There's too many whores. But I will say breaking news. Breaking news.
What?
I guess.
Meatball lives under a rock.
I guess
Sure.
so. All right. Well, I guess that fell flat. I apologize, people. If I've lost anyone, come back. Come back.
Come back. Just come back.
All right,
I
what's the
tried
next
to be-
question?
Earth shattering.
Second win.
All right, this is the last question I have.
Okay.
Speaking from a new relationship, how many dates until you need to make that decision of whether you're going to cut it off and go your separate ways, or you're going to try to make it work?
3.
Holy shit, 3?
Yeah. Yeah. Be okay.
I think I'm okay. I think I'm an anomaly here, in all honesty. Yeah, because the 3
Wait,
dates
hold
I've
on.
been on.
What was the question again? Because Canoli's answering, so I need to be specific. Go ahead.
So, speaking from a new relationship,
Right.
how many dates in is the cutoff between you need to separate and go your own 2 ways, it's not going to work out, or you're going to try to make it work out as a long-term relationship?
Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Vex. I apologize.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I'm an anomaly here because I've only been on 4 dates really in my whole life. Well, I mean 4 first dates. Okay. The first
Jesus.
one, the first one ever, it was terrible and nothing. It was just a no after that. But then the next 3 all turned into long-term relationships / my husband. So I'm an anomaly, I guess.
So what's your number? What was the number?
The first after I knew after the first date.
First date? Okay.
Yeah.
I dated Cannoli the longest. I don't think I ever went on much of any dates, to be honest with you, in high school. If I did, they were obviously non-memorable because I don't remember really anything. But Cannoli and I dated as friends for a year. He was such a gentleman. He took me out. We had dinner. We went to movies. So we dated for a while. And I have to say that I think because I was so young, I didn't realize it was okay for me to say that this was going to be it because I had a lot going on in my life. But I guess I'm an anomaly too because I didn't really date either. Mm-hmm. And I just hung out with Cannoli until he chloroformed me and that was it. So I don't think
trend, guys.
No, I don't think and R2 is right. He just wore me down, He wore me down.
The Novocaine effect. It doesn't happen right away.
But I don't think that's a fair question for me either because I did not play the dating game. And Joker is absolutely right. Nobody dates anymore. It's sad. That's why I don't want to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, White Bear's right. I was his school wife.
So I say 3 because I did date, and some people in the comments here are right. Like, dating is just fucking at the end of the day. Like, once you get past a certain point, to be honest. So if you stick around for more than 3, and honestly, this is Ego and Justin Ice's kind of like philosophy, and I think it holds a lot of truth. The first one is like, the first date, let's just see if we can like hang out together and vibe. Second date is like, let's ask some good questions. Like, are we on the same path? Do we want the same things? Kind of stuff. And third date is kind of like, okay, physical chemistry, do we have it or not? And at that point, you should really know, like, do I want to pursue something with this person?
Why don't we turn the tables on you, sir? When did you realize Mrs. Principal was the one? Sorry, Mrs. Meatball.
So the problem with that is I knew her a lot longer than before we started dating. So, like, I knew her from years before. So that's not really, like, a fair question for me. It's like, everyone asks, like, what was, like, your first date with her? And I was like, it was, like, my 20th date with her. Because
that's what I'm saying. It's different. You're right. It's different when you're friends first.
I will say, though, when I was making that question, I was like, I think the minimum is 5 for me. Like, because you don't know what I'm the kind of guy that feels like I would be missing out if I cut it off after 2 dates if, like, I just didn't know, right? Like,
well, how do you get to know somebody? You're right, after 2 dates. It depends on what your dates are. If you're just going to a movie and then maybe I don't know what kids do, a snack, you have to be able to talk to them and really get to know them before you can judge that.
Agreed.
Right.
But so you're either dating for a purpose, right? Is that purpose to find your life partner or to find somebody you can just, F around with, and depending on your purpose, I think that
well, what was
figure
weird
out within 3 to 5 dates that, I want to do this.
Ben Shapiro had posted something when they were talking about getting married. And, Ben Shapiro is very, very religious. And he was dating his wife now for only 2 months. And I think he was playing the game religiously. So probably not sleeping with her. And after 2 months, he's like, what are we doing here? He was ready to seal the deal. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm done dating you. It's been 2 months. I know this is what I want. And I guess they got married pretty quickly because he knew that this is what he wanted. And they got married quickly because I think he did it in a religious aspect. But some people just know right away. Some people
linger. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got married after knowing my husband for 2 weeks. I knew he was the one.
There you go.
I love that for you. That is amazing.
That's awesome. And I do feel like you do. I know people say this, and other people are like, "Well, really, how do you know? I've been in this person. I like this person.
No, it just clicks.
But I'm not willing to marry them." But it does. Once you know, it just clicks, and you kind of like, all right, let's do this.
That feeling. That feeling can be the same thing when you guys, if you choose to have children, there's something when you have kids too, you just know certain things. And it's much like when you find your spouse, you just know that they're supposed to be for you and they're the one, and you can't explain it. It's just a feeling, and you can't argue with your feelings. It's a gut feeling, and you just have to go with it.
True. And I was married before Ego, and looking back now, I can tell you, like, I didn't really know. I wasn't confident in it, but I went with it. Whereas this relationship, I can honestly say, like, no, this is it. I don't really care about anything else. Like, this is it.
Yeah. It was probably, I think Cannoli and I were together for 6 years of dating before we got married. And it was one of those things where it was like we had been together long enough and we were living together and it was like, shit, or get off the pot. What are we doing here?
Mhm.
But the thing is, too, is like marriage to me, it didn't change anything with him and I.
Right.
Nothing changed after we got married. It was just a piece of paper and my name changed. I did want to get rid of my last name because it's very tainted. I feel like there's a lot of bad luck with my maiden last name. So I was good with that. But I just think that, and it's hard. I think that Shiro's probably the only one that actually. How many dates did you have with Ego before you knew he was the one? You said 3?
I knew on date 1 that he was the guy,
Okay.
but Ego needed time because he
Okay.
had this formula, and he's very like.
What
he
was the
plans
formula?
A lot. It's a whole formula about dating. But apparently, I asked him date 3 questions on date 1 because I was just like, we either want the same things or we don't. I'm not here to date to be your fuck buddy for the next 6 months. I'm here to date to I want to be with somebody and have a family, and this is it.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, he,
No, I think that's great. I think too. I think you guys, we all got lucky and we found our spouses quickly, and it was an easy, transition. And Meatball, are you sleeping? Hello?
No,
Sir?
maybe. No.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Well, so Meatball, you knew your wife for a while before you guys actually started dating. Was it just one day you looked at her differently than a friend, or it was like you had thought the whole time, like, man, I really want to get with this girl, but I'm waiting until she's available, something like that?
I dated her sister.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, that's. I didn't want to bring that up until he did.
Wait, can you explain this story?
Yeah,
How
can
did you
we
go from the
please
sister?
So I dated her sister, took her to prom twice.
Which it's very awkward when I'm at birthday parties for the children and I see both the sister and the wife there. I'm like, oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So she was getting married to her husband that she has now, and I ran into them. And by the way, my father-in-law used to be my baseball coach, so that's how I met the whole family. And
you met the whole family, all right. God damn.
Right? He said, let me run through y'all.
Look, every time he wants to start some shit, I'm like, who's the one who banged both your daughters? I'm just throwing that out there. Anyways, I got invited to the wedding, and I went to the wedding solo, and she was at the wedding solo, and we talked at the wedding, and then went on our first date right after, about a week after the wedding.
Okay.
Wait, whose wedding was it?
The sister-in-law's, the former sister, the sister-in-law who I used to date in high school.
Wait, sister-in-law.
Wait, sister-in-law or sister?
Wait. Her sister, her younger sister.
Whose younger sister? Your wife.
Correct.
But you dated. Okay, wait. I'm confused.
I dated the younger sister in high school. Took her to prom twice. We broke up.
Right.
We went our own separate ways to college, to our own different colleges.
Oh wait, you met your wife at her wedding.
Not met her. I knew who she was, but like
no. But you rekindled with your wife now at your ex-girlfriend's wedding.
So you didn't really have like you had an acquaintance,
right,
with your wife, not a friend.
But you knew your wife because you were dating her sister, and when you took her sister to prom, you saw your wife at the house when you took her sister to prom.
Correct, and the father was my baseball coach.
Gotcha. So now your baseball coach is your father-in-law.
Correct.
Okay. And is the sister who's married now and who has 2 children happily, is it weird? Oh.
Sometimes when they
Wait a minute. Wait. What was that?
Yeah.
I mean, they have a very volatile relationship.
Well, they just had a cute little baby girl.
That was the thing that kept them from filing paperwork.
Gotcha.
But
I'm going to pay more attention at birthday parties now to this situation.
I will say there have been some arguments where she brought up mine and her past in front of her current. That was very awkward.
Wait,
though? Weren't you like high school dating?
Yeah, but that's still got to be weird, Shiro, because you're now married to the sister of the girl you dated in high school. I don't know. That might be kind of. Is that weird for you, Meatball, at all?
It's funny. It's definitely funny.
All right.
That's
I
really
don't know.
fucking weird to me, and I'm in a different country. Just saying. I feel the discomfort of that situation.
I guess, yeah.
And you know what? I
feel like at some point in time, someone should be yelled Jerry in the background. But that's
You know what? Next time I go to Little Human's birthday party and everybody's there, I'm going to Jerry in the background, and I will.
Do it and film it when you do
I'll
it.
post it because I do get invited to the Tiny Humans birthday parties, and I will Jerry for everyone. Well, that is.
Wouldn't it be odd if, like, Dad was like, "I wish you would have just married both of them and endorsed polygamy or something"?
For the record, the dad almost disowned the younger one. She's made some not great choices.
Really?
No.
Okay. Is she very different than? She's very different than your wife. I don't know them I mean, I know your wife, but I don't know the sister except for like Facebook stuff. They seem very close, though. That's one thing, though. The family's very close.
They're very, very close. They're very, very opposites of each other. Like, the sister-in-law is basically a female version of me. All the worst qualities that I have. But she is over-the-top confident in anything that she does. So, like, it's a really good quality that she has for it. So she's in her own right I don't want to say a train wreck. A train wreck would be wrong, but like a rebel in her own cause. Not even a hot mess, because she's kind of figured it out, but it's still like waiting for that thing to fall off the rails.
Speaking of train wreck, and I don't know if we have time, and I do have to pee, but you did text me earlier that you did want to button up from our pilot episode about some train wreck.
The two incidences.
Do you girls remember the relationship talk that he had on the first episode?
The Valentine's one?
Yes.
I still have issues with this. Let's continue.
Go ahead. You can start. I have to
refresh my memory. I don't remember this story at all.
So there's two different relationships. One of them is like 9 dates in, right? And they had done nothing but go out to dinners and nothing has escalated from it. And then they decided on Valentine's Day that they were getting a hotel room to spend Valentine's Day, and she was going to get him chocolates. And the whole thing was like, if you, after 9 or 10 dates, right, don't know your significant other that you're dating well enough to get something beyond chocolates, you're clearly not invested in it.
I don't know. I have a pretty specific kind of chocolate I like, and my husband knows that I'd love to get that for any gift. So
but
yeah, you made me double think about getting Ego chocolates. I got him cupcakes. They were chocolate, but I got him fucking cupcakes.
But like, I just think if it's just random chocolates because it's chocolates, it's so impersonal. Like, why at that point? Just don't get him anything.
Unless you're, pouring the chocolate onto the body. Maybe
right. Thank you. That's a great present.
But she paid for the hotel room, right?
He paid for the hotel room. Oh. So I have an update on that story. Okay, so they went out. They had apparently there's an aquarium. They went to the aquarium, had a wonderful time, went back to the hotel room. There was some kissing and heavy petting. She went to sleep.
Wait, was this the original one?
Was this after Valentine's Day?
This is on Valentine's Day.
Oh. Wait, this is the back to the couple that had the room together?
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, there was heavy petting, but there was no.
There's no scissor me timbers.
You don't need to know what that means, Juliana.
Can my daughter has a question.
Yeah, you don't need to know, Jules. You don't need to know. It's like
too young for that, anyways. Don't worry about it.
But nothing happened, and
so what is this relationship trying to do here? I don't understand it.
At this point, right. So like no one knows what's happened at this the relationship. So they went out a couple times again after. And finally, after I think it was a total like 12 dates in a hotel room, She just told him that I'm not really that into you, and now they're separate ways.
I want to know about the one that was catfishing and supposed to come out here, and there was no pictures to get each other. Is that's not this one? That's another one.
That's a different one.
I really want to know about that one.
So that one, or the recap for Vex on that is a coworker of mine met another coworker that works at a different office, and they were doing the hot and heavy texting day one kind of deal. She's like madly in love with them. He's the owner of a crumble cookie empire, has a black card, and all that stuff, and scheduled to fly out within 60 days of them knowing each other. So this is the story that I am told. He came. They had a absolutely splendid, wonderful weekend.
He came or he came?
Both, according to the story, multiple times.
Okay.
Because they went to a hotel downtown, spent the weekend in the hotel. But there's not a single picture to corroborate the evidence. They, according to the girl, they were so into each other they didn't want to ruin the moment with any kind of pictures or selfies or whatever. No pictures, no selfies.
You're telling me you're so into someone that you flew across the country with that you don't even fucking film yourself fucking each other so you can masturbate to it later?
Get him. Get him.
I just heard my daughter upstairs go, "Whoa!"
I'm sorry, maybe it's because I have more of a male brain, but I fucking do that with my husband because I haven't seen him and I'll watch the tapes of us.
I do that with my husband and we live together. I mean, come on.
There you go. So how is this dude not fucking filming his dick
did she ever find out? Is he married or?
So according to her, everything is true. She has proof somehow of his crumble cookie empire, his black card.
Okay, but you work with this guy. Have you pinged him and been like, "Hey, bro"?
So no, because I'm not trying to be that guy, right? But I'm the friend that's sitting here going, this just doesn't make sense. There's 20,000 black card holders in the United States. Like, him being one of 20,000. Can I just make a side note?
If you have a black card and you have a crumble cookie empire, why do you need to work? And I'm not discrediting where you work, Meatball, but why would he have to hold a 9-to-5 job?
Thank you. That's the exact question I asked her the very first time. I was like,
wait, as of today, are they still seeing each other?
Kind of.
What do you mean?
So here's the turn. He left, went back home, right? All of a sudden, the hot and heavy texting, the texting every day and everything like that, dwindled down. So they text every so often. He's very distant and withdrawn. She will send him nudes and he will not respond to it at all. I have no experience with Snapchat, but apparently
so he got the P and said, "I'm good here," and
but we don't even know if they slept together. We don't even know.
No, they did 100%, 100%. And she said they did. I still question if he ever came.
I don't think he did.
Both ways.
I don't think he did. I'm sorry. He never.
I think, okay, look, the theme of our show is that women are dumb and assholes, right? For the most part. I think he came and she played along and got, she thought she was getting everything she wanted and this was going to go great for her and then it didn't.
I, being a friend of hers, right, I would say that she is very prideful. And she doesn't want to admit that she got duped. I don't think he ever came.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think this dude realized she was a hoe, and then he's done with her.
I think he's married. I think he's straight up married. I think he's straight up married
too.
It could be.
And I think he came and got what he wanted, and now that it's done, he doesn't have to invest the time anymore. It's an option now, always, and he can go on to the next.
My theory is that he never came. And, right, she's saving face by dragging this out a little bit. But Shiro puts up a good point here. Like, he came, he conquered, and now back burner for her because she tells me she sends him nudes, she'll send him videos begging for his attention, and then he kind of just like gives her the minimum attention and moves on. And more recently, he snapped at her a couple times, and she was like, I don't know what to do. I've been testing him by not texting him all day today, and he doesn't text me, and blah blah blah. So like, and her big thing is she's trying to get him. She's trying to get him to come back out, right? She's like, when's the next time you're coming? And he's like pushing off, putting dates down and everything like that.
Yeah.
I was like, remember, he was all about locking down that first date. Now that he's got it, he's not really into it anymore.
Look, it's called experience. I grew up in a military town. As I got to be 18 and older, that's what a lot of them do. They lock it down, they get you hooked, get home, and they're like, but when I come back, I'll see you.
Right, exactly.
Well, I have to say, at 2 hours and 25 minutes, I think we did a good job, kids. That poor Vex needs to go to bed. Poppy needs to go to his night job. And Shiro needs to go find Ego with his satchel.
Wait, I have the night job?
Yeah, anybody who calls themselves Poppy has a night job.
Before we call it a night, can we just do one more of the links? Can we do that stupid bitch at the table link that I sent you off Twitter?
Oh, I have it up right here. Yes,
okay.
You absolutely can. I didn't want to keep anybody. It's right here. Hold on.
Just on our way out to bring up the ambiance a little bit. That was quite depressing that girl got duped.
Vex sent this one. It's right here. It's right here. Hold on.
I feel like I'm failing at this. Okay. Oh.
This one, babe? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
And here we go.
Chase, would you rather smash the hottest trans woman in the world or the oldest woman in the world? Honestly, bro, the oldest woman in the world, because then I wouldn't be gay.
Agreed.
Wait, hear the response.
They just want me to rip you a fucking new one. I swear to God.
Are you like... Chase, how dare you be transphobic?
Yes, actually. What the fuck do you mean? Yes, that was so unnecessary.
Because if I had sex with a trans woman, I'd be having sex with a biological man, and I don't want to do that.
The question is, that's not what you said, though. That's fine.
Because I'd be gay if I had sex with a biological man.
That's not gay. And I don't even care if you're doing this for like whatever, but like shut the fuck up. Actually,
you look like you have a little respect. That's too far. Why don't you make me shut the fuck up? Because I have an opinion that differs from yours.
She's right. I mean, that's really hateful,
She's not. It would technically be homosexual. A trans woman is a biological man. Sue me. It's true.
Dude, that's mean. I also gotta go.
It's not fucked up. It's real. It's true.
Okay, if you guys want to respect gender identities, that's his, though. That's his sexuality.
I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that.
From a biological woman who's even have any trans friends, that was too fucking far.
This is why we have men as women of the year.
Yeah, you know what God said? It said he made them man and women. He made them man and woman. I just told you I'm not gay. I'll pass on that. Thanks, though.
Damn, bro.
Who knew that stating biological facts would make people walk off the show?
God damn. Yeah.
I don't know if everyone heard it, but she says towards the end as she's walking off camera that from a biological woman that has trans friends, that's really hateful. What?
Thank you. This is how a man wins Women of the Year. Woman of the Year. Like, we have biological women telling men that you're homophobic or transphobic, whatever it is, because you don't want to sleep with someone who has male parts.
Can I just point out that chick wanted all the smoke until he said, "Come make me shut up," and she's like, "Never mind, I'm out."
Yeah, she had no actual argument to what he said. She just got angry, and this is why you can't respect women, because they get emotional rather than just point out why they disagree with you. Right. That is look at how she acted. She got angry and walked off. She couldn't explain why she was upset with the situation. And on top of that, did you look at this bitch? She shows up to a live podcast, makeup all done, hair's done up, tiny spaghetti strap tank top, no fucking bra. Really?
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Yeah, saggy fucking tiny titties, tight shirt, no bra.
She has sock puppets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm learning so much from just one clip. Jesus Christ.
And this is why women keep looking so fucking stupid, stuff like that. I mean, just
this is why I can understand why there's guys like in our chat who are just like, yeah, I don't like dating, or I'm done dating.
I don't blame
you. Understand when this is what you gotta deal with.
Upset, and like she had no rebuttal to his like stance.
At least explain why it's hateful, because he's not wrong. Even if you are pro-trans, he's not wrong. These are people that will always, when they're dead and gone, and people do fucking, DNA analysis, they're going to find an XX or an XY. It didn't matter if he felt like a woman or she felt like a man.
So I will say, from what I watched in that clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was looking for a debate, right? He made a statement, his own opinion, right? That he backed up with his own facts and opinion backed up on it, right? He was looking for a debate. He wasn't trying to incite a riot or anything like that. But that woman could not come up with anything logical to say, because she could have come back and been like XYZ, right? Why I disagree with you. We can have differences, but let's have the conversation, right? She immediately went to she want none of it. She immediately got up and made
She just knew her people felt this way and she should support it.
Her people.
It's you know what? Here's what it is.
As a cis woman, she found that offensive, that you wouldn't want to fuck a trans woman.
Right. Like what?
So that he's right. That would mean that he was gay. If he was sleeping with a person with a dick, then he's gay. So why can't he sleep with an older woman if he's straight? I don't understand why this is so baffling.
It was an
to
option.
People.
They gave him the option. You can do this or you can do that. But
they didn't like his answer. They did. He there was only one right answer.
So then I guess if would it be okay? Then my question would be to this girl: would it have been okay if he said the old woman and didn't say the gay thing?
I don't know.
I guess so. Maybe.
I see where you're going on that, Vex. I don't know.
She wouldn't have had to bring up the fact that he's homophobic.
To be able to see the difference. That woman, as soon as he said anything but the trans girl, she was going to fire off no matter what.
There's actually another clip from this podcast. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on Twitter. Because I think this would be another
is a problem with these podcasts, though. These people are having the podcast where they kind of understand and can articulate their argument for a topic, but they have other people on the podcast who they have
I think this is the point.
Set, but can't articulate it.
I swear to God, some of the people on those podcasts have a lower IQ than credit card APRs. I swear to God.
So let me ask you
in the StreamYard chat.
Okay, did you ask the principal that you are married to what her credit score was before you hooked up with her?
I knew, not before I hooked up with her, but once we started seriously dating, it was
StreamYard chat. Or are you gonna DM me?
Oh no, it's in the StreamYard chat, the private chat.
Oh, I see it.
Hold on, and I have a two-parter that I'm going to send after this.
Oh.
A two-parter?
Yes. These are separate clips.
Hold on.
I swear to God, if my lip cracks again, I'm just going to cut them off.
Okay.
Aquaphor, bro.
Bro, I've gone through like almost.
Do you want me to? Okay.
Burt's
Hold on. I'm gonna do this first one real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
I see 3.
And then the second and third link goes together.
Okay.
Those are two
so
parts
here's
of the
the
same clip.
first one real quick.
I love it, Vex. Vex came with all the heat.
Well, this is perfect because this is a female perspective, right? So this is perfect.
Oh, it's the same guy.
Why. Yeah, these are all from the same podcast. Yeah.
Here we go.
Do you want me to explain why men care about body count?
I got it.
I haven't told you the reasons why men care about it.
You don't have to mansplain it to me. I'm okay.
What mansplain? That's kind of a sexist thing to say. You don't. That's sexist to say mansplain.
You're literally a white man looking at me, telling me like,
what?
If you can't see how you being a white man has anything to do with like the power you have in conversation, then I don't even want to like talk about that.
What does my skin
anyway,
color?
I don't wanna.
What does my skin color have to do with this conversation? We're talking about body count.
Yeah. Okay. Nothing.
But
okay,
don't you think
think
it's a bit racist to bring up skin color in a conversation, a dating related conversation?
I'm just gonna ignore your comment.
You
I
said
bet
it,
you
so I'm
would.
trying to understand.
No, it's okay.
You said the
I
words.
don't want to dig deeper into this.
You don't want to dig deeper.
I really don't.
Do you
That
want to walk
reminds me
back
of
what you
somebody.
said?
No, that's
Okay, you stand
we
by
can
it.
move on.
Do you want me to explain why men care about body
Oh,
count?
Straight up, that woman
Hold
tried
on.
to use
Sorry.
big words to sound important and informed, and then when he called her on it, she's like, "Fuck, I don't have a Webster's dictionary in front of me. I can't comment on this shit."
Do you
Let's
see
just
what that
walk it
dumb
back."
bitch is wearing, first of all?
Yes,
Is she,
I did.
Wait, is she wearing like a halo or something?
She's wearing a
Yes.
fucking halo. Yeah.
Do you know what I saw?
What?
Someone throw me a Nerf ball because I'm about to dunk on this hoe.
Here's the second part. Here's the second to the third
hold
part.
on. Before we go on to that, but
Go
yeah,
ahead.
you saw a dumb bitch with floppy titties, a Peter Griffin chin, and a halo, calling a man a racist because he cares about a body count. That's what you saw in that clip.
Yes, that's exactly what happened. I was just like, how did we get here? We're talking about.
Can I just say I like Peter Griffin's little ball chin.
Oh, you can like
Very
it if
cute.
you want. That's fine.
I
But
mean,
she's
but
still
she
a dumb
has
bitch with a Peter Griffin chin at the end of the day.
You're right. Well, no, the chin only belongs on Peter Griffin. So I
Okay.
agree
Oh
with
my
you.
god, I'm dying over here.
All right, hold on.
So the next one, it's 2 tweets I said, but it's like there's a part 1 and a part 2.
Okay, here's the second part.
Here's for part 1.
Would you date a police officer?
No, the pigs, because the institution they support is inherently racist and profiles
Isn't she half white? I was so confused.
especially throws them into jail, which is a continuation of the slave trade. Essentially, people are working in prisons for less than minimum wage, making pennies and dimes, and it's unfair. And that's what you contribute to if you're a cop.
My question to you is, I disagree with you on.
Yeah, I bet you do,
What?
white boy.
That's a bit racist.
Oh my god, no, you're one of those. How can you be? And I'm
Ew.
also half white,
You
so
don't-
like, how can I be racist against you?
You don't think you can be racist towards someone who's white?
No, I don't, because you've never experienced racism in history.
White people haven't experienced racism.
One of the experiences.
What's your definition of racism?
I'd say basically like the persecution in any type of way that leads to the downfall of just like someone's life. Like,
Would you date a
Okay, play the second part. Hold on, there's more.
The
Hold on.
fuck did
Play the
I
second
just
part.
watch? Okay, hold on.
Because it adds
I'm
more.
losing
It adds
IQ
more,
points
and
as
then
we
we can
watch
discuss.
this.
It's not seen for sure. Like,
Oh my god, my credit score is going down.
My butthole is cringing. Holy crap. Okay, hold on. Here's the second part. This bitch.
Yeah.
Hold on, sorry.
Rex is like, let's just rile it up right at the end of this bitch.
right. Let's
Wait.
go out
Okay, I
with
think
this.
this is it. Hold on. I think this is it, yeah.
it's always going to affect my life. I can't take off my skin color. As a Black woman, like prejudices that exist against me don't exist against you, Brian. And that's why you can't be racist against a white person. So I'm sorry if you feel offended, but you are white, and me calling you white boy isn't exactly
it's a bit.
racist.
I mean, you are addressing me by my skin color. I consider
Your
it a
skin
bit.
color will never lead to the, what is it, premature murder of yourself. Like, I don't know. Like,
I would actually point out one thing to you. Me as a white man, I'm the only male at this table here. There are more white men killed by police officers than women of any race combined.
I mean, then why aren't you mad? Why don't you hate police too?
Because I realize that police are a necessary function of society. Without police, it would be chaos. We need police officers.
I mean, I think that's really easy to say as you, once again, I'll reiterate, a white person. And again, that's not to be racist. It's always going to.
Okay.
I have no fucking words. Wow.
I'm trying to be as like wide-eyed as her, to be as intelligent as her. 'Cause
First of all,
apparently I
this
see
is
nothing in this world.
This is from a 14-year-old right here. 14-year-old doesn't even. What?
Dude.
Wow, Vex, that
Dude,
was
the level of victimhood in that woman is unreal. The world
Wow.
has set me
I swear
Bitch,
to
you
God.
live in the greatest country that's ever been established in the history of mankind.
I just have this gut feeling. Ego and I are going to have a child. they're going to come home and be like, Mom, you're racist and you oppress me. And I'm like, child, if you don't call CPS right now, you're going to die. I don't know.
Well, this is a concern I have too, because I'm married to, a Caucasian male. So our children are going to be mixed as well.
Yes.
And this is the other problem I have with just fucking education in general, because I see that they're teaching this kind of hatred, not even in just post-secondary, which is where it was most popular, but now it's in the elementary schools, right? It bled down really fucking quick to the children.
Question: am I allowed to be white privilege, or am I supposed to be outraged by being a minority?
Why would you say you're white privileged?
Because I'm half white.
So here's how it works. You can play the color card when you want, and you play the white privilege card when nobody likes you.
I mean, when I was looking for scholarships, I was Pacific Islander on that box every time.
Yeah, I just thought that was fucking ridiculous. This is what women buy into.
And wait. Hold on a second. You know what? Piggybacking off of Meatball, talking about white privilege. If you want to say I'm white and I have privilege, I didn't get shit for financial education for my college. They would not give me a fucking dime because I was white. I don't have any fucking privilege. So I don't know what you're talking about. My parents didn't give me any money because they didn't want to. I was working full time, but I wasn't a minority. I wasn't pregnant, and I didn't lose a limb somewhere, so they would not give me any money. So where does white privilege come from? I didn't get shit. Do you see what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense.
The white privilege thing is not necessarily that you get any sort of financial advantage. It's that traditionally the American dream is built off of the dream of white people.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's where it comes from, right? And as a result, because if you go through the brief periods of extreme racism in the West, white people were always helmed as the better. That's where the white privilege thing comes from. It's not necessarily getting the grants and shit.
Yeah,
that
and
makes
no
sense.
one was going to look at you and say, no, you can't do this, or no, you can't be here, or no, you can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's based on a really outdated, I guess, cultural norm, we'll say, that doesn't exist anymore.
Makes sense, yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, and now it's just the pivot off of that is that, so to balance us out and to get rid of all of this, we'll give you all this financial aid, we'll give you these educational leg ups and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It was just, so weird that if I wasn't white, I would have had more opportunities for school loans or whatever they call that.
Yeah, in this day and age, yes. If you're not white, you can get whatever the fuck you want, basically.
Right.
Which is
exactly. Yeah. But no, it is true because they did tell me that if I was a certain ethnicity, I would have had more opportunities for financial help to go to college.
But even now, because we're all women, there are even scholarships that are geared towards women. So now you have that advantage, regardless of your skin color.
Have you guys heard of the Female First Scholarship?
No.
Or the Future's Female Scholarship. So
Future's Female, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's given out to women, exclusively women, right? But
biological women or just women?
So that's the key. It started in 2016. As much as people hate it, it was a Trump thing that it was started with, the future is female, right? And it gave more money towards female going to, the sciences, right? Instead of the other one. Yeah. And so, last year, it was 53% of that scholarship went to biological males claiming to be females to go to school.
This is where this is why men want to be women, because they recognize that there has been an extreme privilege given to women that they can now exploit to put them back in the number one spot.
First of all,
that and mental illness.
Yeah.
Once you can grow a fucking human and have it ripped out of your loins with your intestines put aside on your belly, then you can come fucking talk to me.
They're planning to do that so that they can have that argument with you, though.
It just angers me that they take away the beauty of what a woman can do. That's such a special thing that we were given by whatever you believe in. Growing a human being is the most amazing thing that you could ever do. And the men are trying to take it away from us. And that really irritates me. I'm sorry.
So I have this, maybe a conspiracy theory that
I'm sold.
Save it for March 18th on Rumble. No, just kidding. Go ahead. We are going to have one. We're going to have a conspiracy theory podcast on Rumble on March 18th, and everybody is welcome.
Love it.
Go ahead.
But
go ahead.
I do have this theory, if you will, that we have fought so much for equality, and now women are really like succeeding in a sense, and we see a lot more like men staying at home or wanting to stay at home or whatever it is. There's just this sort of like things are sort of tilting, if you will, where you see a lot more women being in the successful role and men saying, okay, I'll step down. Not that it's a bad thing, because there can be some balance there. However, you're seeing it a lot more, and I think that the more and more that happens, men are trying to find a way to get back that level of like, I can meet you here, and guess what? I just beat you at being a woman. So
it reclaim the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
The power. That's 100% it. Like,
can you do it without trying to get a fucking uterus? I mean, do it. There's other ways to reclaim your power without wanting a uterus and to have a period. Growing a human being is not fucking easy, bro.
It's called chloroform, guys.
No, they need some T shots. That's what they can do to reclaim the power.
Some TRT.
How about this? Here's our motto for this podcast. Just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane.
They're trying to get rid of the lanes, though.
Hold on.
That's true.
Hold on. You, a female driver, is trying to tell us to stay in our lanes when you did what to go get that dog?
If you want to,
do we want to talk about that dog situation?
If you want to revert back to a previous clip where I almost killed my 14-year-old trying to save a dog, you can find that on Cannoli Sasquatch on YouTube. I know.
God.
Listen, I know. I've already told you. I'm a mess. Does anybody else have any other topics they'd like to bring up before we end our stream for tonight?
I'm good.
No.
Well, let's go around the table and figure out where everybody's going to be. I know Filipino Meatball will have messages in his Twitter that he will not answer, so don't bother. Shiro, are you coming up anywhere? When is your Ordinary Gains next episode?
So I feel like it was supposed to be this Sunday, but
Yes.
I got some sort of like.
You got bumped by the Saturday show. You got bumped.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
I'm
you got
not
bumped.
sure.
Yeah, the boys moved their show from Saturday to Sunday, so you got bumped.
So I honestly think next weekend, so not this weekend, but the following weekend, we're going to do our Sunday show, probably midday, like 3 p.m.-ish Central Time. So that'll be coming. And, Ego is definitely, interviewing someone, doing his Saturday thing with Abomination AJ, all his channels. I'm really nobody. I just come to hang out with you guys.
No, I love having you. And then if everybody wants to just saddle up for 5 minutes, Vex will tell you where she's going to be this next week.
Right?
She's
podcast.
everywhere.
Here we go.
Hold on. Let me go grab my other drink.
I need a notebook.
And let me just preface by saying no one owns Vex. She's her own Canadian citizen, and she makes her own rules.
I feel like I could fund it. I don't know. What's the value right now?
I know. Vex could go for like 50 grand on the black market.
Oh, I can't fund
280 for under 5.
Sure. All right, Vex, go ahead.
Can
Where
I
are you gonna
identify as 5, and will that boost my value?
Whatever you want,
You can
honey.
identify as whatever you want. You can identify as a toaster, and they'll sell you a Target.
No. We're doing. We're identifying as chocolate bars for the month of March. You did not catch the beginning of the show.
Women are chocolate now for March. Remember that, according to Hersheys. There you go.
Oh wait, hold on. Here you go. And go.
Okay, I'm on too much shit, so just follow me on Twitter at Vex Electronica and follow my YouTube channel, Vex Electronica.
Yeah.
Yes, if you're into video games and what else you
Anime.
do? Anime.
Yep.
I mean,
And
right
just-
now it's just video game stuff on
It's
my
video
channel.
games, yeah. No, she's doing a lot of good shit. So,
But she's on
and
the
if-
Lambency show, and they do a lot of.
I left the
anime.
Lambency show over. a
If
week
you
ago.
were paying fucking attention, you would have known that last Sunday was her last show. See, This is my problem. If you're going to be a part, wait, hold on.
You're selling her back.
If you're going to be a part of this stream, if you're going to be a part of this group, you need to know where your friends are. And her friend.
Wait, I have friends?
You're a fucking pain in my ass. If you would have kept up with Vex and gone on the interwebs and Twitter, we all gave her a nice send-off. We all watched her last show with the Lambency on Sunday night.
What happened?
That's a thing that we can discuss off stream.
Fair.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, look, Meatball, if you would have just chloroformed her, you could have saved her a lot of trouble, okay? But here we are.
I was told that this would.
You've been claimed, Steven.
Here you go.
Wow.
Here you go.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying.
Meatball, you're really going to say wow at the shit that you were saying to me when I first got into this YouTube game?
Semantics at this point. Just semantics.
All I have to say is if you would just get in the group that we're in, it's a blast, and we all know what's going on.
Look,
dude, wait. I'm a fucking broad. Shiro and I figured it out. I am on the interwebs. I'm on the Twitter. It's not that fucking hard, bro.
I'm on like Facebook once a month.
Aren't you like
Facebook
IG or
sucks.
some shit? Like
Facebook is shit. Get on the Twitter.
So here's the problem I have with Twitter. They'll be like, oh, here's a comment, right? So you click on the comment, you're like, okay, what is the comment about? And then you like scroll up and you're like, wait, is that the original post or is that like the 15 comments below the original
He's too
post?
stupid. He's too stupid to get
exactly.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, Meatball. Pay me $500 and I'll show you how to use Twitter.
I thought it was
$10.
I'm discounting for you. There
do
you
I
go.
get the women's discount for women's
Sure. For the women's discount for Women's Month, it's $1,000 for women.
Yes.
Paid it all at once, no payment plan.
There you go.
Oh, let's yes, you're right. You know what? If he did figure out how to click on the stream for this, so we'll give him that.
I have not left the stream yet. That usually happens at least once.
Hey.
Because if you left, let me tell you, if you would have left my stream,
I'd have just sent you a text and
I'd have found a filter that dressed you up like a drag queen for real. Like
Russian necktie.
Peruvian.
All right, so I got to end this shit. It's been 3 hours and we're all tired. So, real quick, you can catch Vex here. Wait. God damn it. She's on Mischief Movie Mayhem on Monday with Cannoli, Copa, and White Bear. They are reviewing the first of the John Wick installments. That'll be this Monday on this channel. Cannoli is going to be all over the interwebs Tuesday. I think he is on with Jacob. I'm not sure. Thursday, I believe he's on with Roman talking about aliens.
Yep, I'm on the Roman show as well Thursday.
And Vex is on as well. And then Friday will be the second official episode of the Cannoli Connection. And we're going to have Tyler the Redbeard and Joker Voice. And you can find me on...
Joker Voice is going to be a regular on that show.
I love me some Joker Voice. Him and I love the Spice Girls, and I bought his merch. And I want half off drinks when I go to Vegas in April. So a girl's got to try. Any hoodle. Yeah, so we'll all be all over the place. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in for the first episode of The Female Perspective. This was lots of fun. And we appreciate you guys. We had a really great audience. And I guess I should take off Beard of Liberty's rest in peace, but we'll all rest in peace. Ciao.